crazy weird? Is it looking crazy weird? Let's try that. I have audio, I believe. I have myself some audio. I've got to have a look here over here at the old thing here. Did I send that? I don't think I sent my notes yet, did I? Have I not sent my... Did I not do this? Oh boy, oh boy. Well, looky here. Let me see. Where is me be them here? I got my show notes. I wanted to send off my show notes, didn't I? I haven't done that yet. But I shall bring in our fine feathered friends who are not actually feathered at all. They are in fact the Tech Bandits. Why do you want me to sign in again? Huh. Well, I find myself a wee bit confused. All right, let's go to this, shall we? There we go. Okay, so that's me. That's me. Now let's have a look at the old. Let's have a look at the old Twitch and make sure we're all happy with that. We all happy with that then? Twitch. Dot. What the frack? All right. Interesting. Sec. Are we really logged out in some way, shape, or form? Oh, we are. Look at that. Why on earth does it want to do that? We are. Look at that. Why on earth does it want to do that? So weird. It just hates me being on a couple of machines. It does not like me on a couple of computers. Our little Googles. They get very confused. Our little computers. Our little Googles. They get very confused. Googles. Let's have a look here. I can do. Make sure I'm not going to be sharing anything untoward as I do this. I'm not going to be sharing anything untoward as I do that. One down to here. Do that. One down to here. Do that. One down to here. Do that. Oh, there's an echo. Echo. You know why? Because I've got both going. Sorry. Is that getting better? Is that better now? Hello, Jonathan MLH. Hello, Emma the Crane. Andrian. Everybody. Is that better from an echo standpoint? It's so weird, though, because you'd think I would be able to hear. Let's have a listen here. There we are. Stop opening windows to parallel universes. I shall do what I can. Echo's gone. Yep. Good. So whole new setup today. I'm getting a little bit of a whine, but that is just the freaking computer. Randy the Magician says it's perfect, so it's gotta be. Let's get some bandits in here, shall we? This is the real test, right? This is the test, is whether we can actually get bandits into the mix here. Come on, over here. Let's go. The true test of banditry. I'm awaiting an end point. What does that mean? Why would I be awaiting an endpoint? Streamer mode enabled, yes. That's what I'm doing, isn't it? Input devices as per the plan. Output device is no. It should be the same as the other one, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's that. All right. I wonder, Wanda. Okay, so got that running. Let me see if I can get our chat up here as well. Oh, for God's sake. That's what I was trying to do. That's my MailChimp right there. I was going to check my MailChimps and see if I was, if it sent all right. Who has time to test these things? A few too many logos, perhaps, but I think I can send this off. And then everyone who's on our list will get the show notes as well, which is nice. So quickly, go sign up at thetechbandits.com. Sign up for the mailing list, and you'll get this coming right now. I'm going to accept the cookies because I never don't accept cookies. Why are there two of those there? Do I need to remove that? If I preview this, will I see two little logos? Because there's like a whole bunch of logos at the bottom of this send here. All right, let's try this. You know what? Let's just do this. It may not be perfect, but it's coming to you now. Better that it's here than not. We're sending it out. It's going out to the whole Tech Bandits. Edit recipients. It's going to the audiences, the Tech Bandits. All subscribers in the audience. I believe so. I believe that's it. Except we need to change the name of this. Can I do that? Can I not do that? Come on, you should let me do that at least, shouldn't you? Let me save that. Okay, and I can change, now I can change the name, and I will say Banditry Ho, Banditry Tuesday, Rockets, Slugs, and the End of the World. There you go. How's that for a title? I'd like that showing up in my inbox, wouldn't you? I'm sending it out now. I'm about to send it to 581 people. I just did. Okay, so that is the show notes out, at least to the mailing list. I've now got to go and work on the WordPress site as well. I have too many darn things to do, I got to say. Let me get into our Discord again and make sure that I'm alone. And I am alone. It'll be a great Tech Bandits. It'll just be me and you guys, which is actually probably not bad because we haven't had a chat for a while on these things, have we? Okay, so that is good. That is good. I've got a little chat going on here. I'm also hopefully being able to do this, which would be great. Let me just go into the Twitch. There we go. Now we're talking. You're going to get an echo for a second, so don't rip my head off. There we go. Are we muted now? Email got. Good. Are we muted now? Oh, for God's sake. Are you muted? Are you not muted? You are a bit quiet, David. Is that because I'm talking into here? So I'm trying a new mic. It's an old mic, but I'm trying an old new mic because I've just struggled so hard with getting the USB mic to work. It's not really meant to output from the monitor. And turn up the gain. Volume a little low, but I can hear okay. Well, I can actually up that volume. So let me do this. That is basically max. How's that? That is as loud. Well, I mean, without getting into the rest of it, I think that's should be pretty good. That's better. Okay, and we are. This is kind of loud. Much better. Good, but still a bit low. See, I can't get a consensus on this. So let me do this. I'm going to do this. If Cal says it's fine, it's fine. That's where I'm going with. It definitely seems you are a 10% volume and loud for me. Okay, so let's go down a little bit then. Let's do this.
Can you hear me?
I can indeed. How are you, Wolf Pup?
I'm good. I want to tell something that I am very, very happy about.
Really?
Ooh.
I beat Terraria.
What? You can do that?
How did you beat Terraria?
I got all the best weapons. I got the Rod of Discord. I got the Zenith. I can kill the wall of flesh without taking any damage.
Without taking any damage at all? Noodles, are you playing this game too?
No.
You haven't done Terraria?
I have 2 zeniths, so like if anybody like, I can give one out.
What is it? You got 2 what?
I have 2 of the best weapons.
Can you share them though? Can you share weapons in this thing?
Yeah, if I go, so like if I join, let's say Noodles, and I can just drop it for her, and then boom, she has a zenith.
Ooh.
There you go, Noodles. That is your entry. Noodles, I feel like it's been forever.
What do you mean?
I feel like I haven't talked to you forever.
That's because I missed the last one. Well, not the last one.
You didn't miss.
Yeah.
You did miss the last one.
I was. Wait, I was here with Gimpy G.
Gimpy G was. God, when was that? Was that last week?
Oh yeah, I have Discord Nitro.
It's because you have. It's just because we haven't done one in a while.
We did one. When did we do one? What have we done? I've done some sort of last minute ones every so often, but I don't think that was since Gimpy God. I'm trying to think. I don't even know now. You know what it is? It's this weird pandemic thing. I feel like the time just goes by crazy fast now. All right, let me have a look at our chat here. Make sure that I'm not missing anything highly important. Well, how are you, Noodles?
I am good.
Sorry, before I do that, I realize I should say congratulations, Vibe Pup, on your successful defeat of Terraria.
Everything, I guess.
Congratulations on not getting damaged while fighting a wall of flesh, which just sounds horrendous to me. Not as
The wolf.
Did you get our email today yet?
I did.
I did. I didn't look at it. It's because like I saw it and I just ran downstairs.
You saw it and you were too busy playing Terraria to
I briefly scanned it.
And no, I can kill the most bosses without taking any damage. The wall of flesh is easy compared to bosses that I can do without any damage.
And why have you suddenly jumped so much in the abilities to use Terraria?
It's because I've just watched quite a bit of videos.
So it's all just skill stuff, or is it like getting the right?
A lot of this is luck. I had to kill Plantera like 10 to 15 times to get the one drop I needed.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Yeah.
That's sort of like
That's right. Go ahead.
And for the Rod of Discord, which is basically like a teleporting thing, it is a 0.12 chance.
It's a 0.4 chance.
No, 0.2 chance.
Right. Okay. And you still managed to get it.
Yeah. Because what I figured out, what I can do is I can put lava above. I can put a tiny little lava bit above my head.
Right.
And then they're just gonna go hurt themselves while I'm just sitting there.
Right.
nice.
All right.
Under the
Hang on a second, everybody. Hang on 2 seconds. I can't.
You said they.
I've got some people saying it's too loud. I got some people saying it's too low. So, Cal, what do you get from all this? What is your take on this, Cal?
Decision is final, by the way, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Your mic is too low. Discord is too high. Okay, great. He's good to know. All right, so let me do this. It's probably easier just for me to do it from here. Here we go. We've got that over here. Let's do our little device properties. Let's bring this master volume down to like. All right, Discord, talk for a second. That's you guys, Bandits.
Hello. Low.
Hi.
What do we think? Keep talking.
Funny joke. Funny joke.
Funny joke. That's it. Your way of talking is funny joke. Wait a second. You were telling us all about Terraria, and now you got nothing?
I have a lot more, but I also want to say I have Discord Nitro.
What does Discord Nitro do? And I think I've got it too.
It's basically Discord is better for you. Like right now, if you check out my stream, I'm streaming in 60 FPS at 1080.
Okay.
When before it would be 30 FPS.
All right, hang on a second. Let me do
720.
This. All right, how's that for me? I'm still a bit low, apparently.
Oh my gosh! I just thought
not a good idea.
I just got very scared because I thought I got the best drop in the game.
I just was attacking this. I'm playing a game too, and I was attacking an enemy. Didn't see there's an exploding barrel, and just exploded myself.
You exploded yourself. All right,
Well, I
so I
didn't
put
actually
myself
die,
back to where
Oh,
I
yeah.
was before, but I've taken Discord down. How's that sound?
I also have a lot of weapons that are. I have a lot of stuff that are considered really valuable now.
Wow, Cal just said it's perfection. That's how good it is.
It's
That's
just
rare.
perfection.
That is not. That never happens. Cal must be in a really good mood. Cal, have you slept or something?
No.
I just love the way, like, the chat's like, you've got some people going like, it's too loud, my ears are bleeding, and other people saying like, it's too soft, I can't hear anything.
You know, I wonder, people have different volumes. Check your volume, okay? Check
No
like, your own
kidding.
personal
There you
volume.
go. I'm going to check my volume too. Is my volume all the way up? Yeah, my volume's entirely maxed out right now. So it does seem kind of different. David, I just realized you're not on a Mac. Yeah, jack of all nerds, I'm not on a Mac.
Oh.
I'm on my old laptop at this point. And what I'm trying to do, this is my attempt to do this. I'm attempting to set up the computer so that no matter what I do on it, whether it's a Zoom chat or a TechBandits or a Skype or a whatever the hell I want to do, I don't have to change anything, right? I do not want to have to pull cables and move stuff around. This laptop, which is so portable, is never freaking moving again, right? Now that I've got it going. Oh, I've got my new laptop, Xenos. I've got my new laptop, and that's why I'm moving everything to this so that I can then start playing with my new laptop. That's the whole idea.
Also, if you watch my stream, I'm going to fight the wall of flesh. I am.
All right, you can fight the wall of flesh on your second screen, but I want to talk about some freaking cool stuff that I've got in the email, in our Tech Bandit stuff, because I think there's some neat stuff here. Most of which is going to have to be Googled by you know who.
What? Okay.
Exactly. It's going to have to be Googled by Google Noodles. Let me see if I can. I'm having to increase the size of everything on the screen so I can see what the hell's going on. All right. So first up, I have to show you this. So Baz and I were. Hey, good Lord! I saw him on the screen behind me. It was like a
Dad,
yes.
Rat help.
Rat help.
I think there's a giant dead rat in our backyard.
Oh, that's not good. If it's dead,
What
it's not going anywhere though, right?
I don't know if it's dead or if it's sleeping.
There's a dead rat?
I tried to let Huzzah out and then she found it.
And did she eat it?
I'm just getting snippets of this conversation for some reason. I'm just hearing
Interesting.
rat.
Okay, well
and
let me
then
see if I can switch to the let me see if I can switch to Stargate Cam and we'll go and look. We'll go find the rat.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sorry, I'm just a little worried because.
Well, I don't want Huzzah eating it for sure.
Furry rock. That.
A furry rock?
Yeah, but it has hair.
What?
So there's something
A
hairy,
furry
it's
rock.
gray, and it's
I mean,
really big in the
that's-
backyard.
That could be me. Giant furry and gray. That could be me.
Hello, as well.
It's my doppelganger from another parallel universe. All right. So Baz, do we have to do this right now? Right. Right. Okay. All right. Well then, let me see if I can find the Stargate cam so you can witness me being attacked by a large hairy rock. It's all excitement around here. At least we got the sound sorted out. Noodles, tell me how things are going.
Oh, good. Pretty good.
Anything neat at school or anything you hate at school?
My teacher.
Oh, whoa. Wait a sec. Which one of the two?
The same one that I hated before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which teacher?
Oh, hi. Hi.
Is that
Wait.
Chunky?
Yes.
Hey, Chunky, how are you, man?
Does their name start with an S?
Yes. Yes.
And they're a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I think I know the one.
But I don't know.
Wait, are you in his class?
No, I'm not.
No.
Luckily.
Really?
Hey, wait, I'm just gonna rejoin on my computer. I'll be back in like.
Does everyone not like this person? Should we be talking about this?
I mean, I don't think many people
You don't think we know many people who are actually aware of this?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can get this to... I'm trying to get a camera to point outside because apparently Baz has found a dead rat or a hairy rock out there. One of the two. Which could be interesting. That's my point.
Oh, and I saw in your Burn and Learn, you didn't like me talking about the hair worms.
Oh my god, those hair worms were the most disgusting things I've ever freaking seen. Are you kidding me? No, it was horrendous. I have like nightmares about those things. Do you guys remember those things? Oh god, they freaked me out. They totally freaked me out. All right. You can't really see very well, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. Okay, it'll be like spy cam. See if you can see that. Okay. If I find the rat, I'll bring it to the window, okay? If it's alive, you'll see me run screaming back and forth. Okay? So here goes. I'm moving you to I'm moving you to the other camera. Okay, so there you go. That's the outdoor camera. I'm going to go out. Wish me luck. I'm going out to go and investigate the hairy rock. I'm coming back in a sec.
Okay.
Have a look at the email while you can. All right. Baz is out there. All right.
How is everybody?
Good.
Sorry, one second.
I want it to just be like a orange, not a real. Oh my god!
Oh. Oh, there's his awe. What is it?
A dog bone?
No, that's okay. That's funny. It's good.
Yeah, I think it's a dog bone.
Looks like it, yeah.
Again, you've seen a rat this morning, so.
Oh god, my neck hurts. Ugh.
Yeah, it was just a dog bone.
It was not a rat.
Yeah, we saw.
What was it?
It's the Horn of Plenty. It is this chew toy that Huzzah has that is but it's sort of because of the weather, it's sort of got this sort of weird, almost fuzzy look to it.
Oh my god.
So it does look a bit like a curled up rat, to be fair. And we saw a rat about this big this morning out back. So Baz, I think, is on hyper alert for that. All right, let's see what we've got. Where'd my chat go? Where'd my little pop-out chat? Here we go. All right. An incredibly cute dog. Oh, you're still on gate cam. Oh, yeah. No, I better change back. Dun, dun, dun. I'm back. It was this big. That was the rat. It was like this big. Lord Chunky, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Rats can make your dog sick? Really? Well, I mean, don't they have... Because they have all sorts of horrible diseases, don't they? Did you know that rats have no control over their bladder? So they just walk around peeing without even knowing it.
That's gross.
Isn't that gross? Oh, Bertley, thank you very much. Have I missed anyone else? Bertley, thank you so much. I'm going to scroll back up because I might have missed things while the rat was running around. What's funny is there is a rat in the backyard. So it's not like he's making stuff up. There actually is a giant freaking rat that lives in the backyard. Oh, wow. Turtle Princess, thank you very much. Commander 2040, thank you very much. Super dandy. All right.
Have you done anything about this rat?
Well, yeah, we haven't even named him. It's true. We need a good name for him. I was going to go with Rodney, but I call everything Rodney.
Ratney?
Rats do have bladder control. They pee in the corner of their cage like hamsters. Really, Medusa Candy? I heard that they just waddled around. Or maybe it was mice that do that. Was it mice that have that? Ah, so it's mice. It's not rats. It's mice. Splinter. Ooh, that's good. Call him Splinter. Ooh, they have Lyme's disease too? Or Basil. Basil's a good name, but they'll get confused with Baz. I'll say, Baz, stop chewing that dead animal. And then it'll be like, oh, uh-oh. Did not find any threats. Okay, that's good. Windows loves messages, doesn't it? It loves like popping up messages. Okay. Oh, Rat Boo just subscribed. Someone called Rat Boo just subscribed. Ratty Williams, that's good.
Can I tell you something that is very interesting?
Yes. Does it relate to Terraria?
No.
Okay.
It relates to computers.
Okay.
I thought I had a Trojan on my computer yesterday.
Ooh. Why did you think that?
Because there was a false alarm on Discord in like Windows Quarter. It was saying, yeah, something's wrong.
Huh.
And then I check, and Discord installs everybody's profile pictures when you see them.
Right.
But like they automatically quarantine it, which is quarantine device is like not allowing it to install anything and all that.
I guess that makes sense because they don't want people to like, because aren't some image files can be sort of tainted with a virus too, can't they?
Yeah, and they quarantine it, and then my PC was like, bro, there's something wrong. And then
Did it say that? Did it say bro?
Yes. And then after I had quite a big panic,
Right.
I went into the Discord file where it is, and it was just some profile picture of a cat.
But wait a second.
Scary cat.
But that's the problem, isn't it? Is it
a black cat?
But don't a lot of these? Aren't there viruses that can attack you through images? So when you open the image, you're actually running a file.
No, I didn't open up the image. What I'm trying to say is I just like went into.
But how do you know it was a picture of a cat? Was it called a picture of a cat, or did you actually see a cat in the image?
It was. It was like a little showing you of
like an icon of it.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's still a risk or not.
But it was already quarantined, so it couldn't let anything on my PC. And after I had a little, not just a little panic, so I figured that out.
So the thumbnail, can you get is a virus able to run if your computer opens it as a thumbnail? That's an interesting question. Yes, Windows displaying a thumbnail is still opening the file. That's what I was worried about.
Because, like, I installed Avast just because of that. Because, like, I'm like, I don't want anything happening like this in the future. I want Avast.
Are you using Windows 10?
Yeah.
Or Windows 95, as I like to call it?
Windows 10.
Because honestly, I would say, and people will, I'm sure, argue with me about this because everyone has different perspectives on this, but I would say that the best antivirus you're going to get is the one that's actually a part of the operating system. So I just use Windows Defender and just make sure that's running.
Not the best one.
I got Avast.
You don't think it's the best one, Lord Chunky?
No, because like it's meant to just be like a very light antivirus. Like it's not going to like slow down your computer or anything, and it's not going to do like a proper scan versus something like Malwarebytes or something that will like go do like a daily scan and scan through all your files, and it might make your computer slower for a few minutes. But
I'd be curious to know because my tech nerds, the ones who I listen to on like Security Now and stuff, they seem to think that Windows Defender is the best way to go because no other application is going to have the same like deep links into the operating system to make sure that things are actually cool. Now that said, Microsoft's also been hacked, so there's probably Russians running around our computers now, anyways, right?
Yeah.
And China, for that matter. I think wasn't China responsible for the most recent hack, or using maybe potentially the recent hack to get into computers? It's something like 30,000 computers have been infected by this most recent attack. I think it's something crazy like that. Kaspersky,
Why are they doing it? Is it just because like?
Well, it's actually
isn't it ransomware?
Well, there is ransomware is another one, which is brutal, right? The problem with ransomware is people pay the ransom, right? And so there's incentive to do more of it.
If someone took my PC hostage, I don't have any files on here like worth taking.
But here's the problem. Are you connected to your parents' network?
I think I am.
So then potentially if it's on your network and on your computer, a lot of these ones will actually go out and seek other computers that they can infect as well, right? And once they're on the network, once they're on your internal network's like, well, it's got to be safe. It's here. It's all just in the house with us, right?
Well,
so you do have to be careful.
My parents have a separate, like, we don't use the same Wi-Fi for all the important stuff.
That
they
is
use
really
different Wi-Fi as us.
That's really, really smart, actually. Really, really smart. We should think about doing that. Except that Baz and I like to, like, we often connect to each other. So that that is interesting.
They still have access to the other internet. Just for, like, important stuff, right?
Right.
It's on one internet. So, like, I guess they could still hack into my parents' accounts and stuff, technically.
Well, this is it. Like, I would say, if I was a hacker, I would definitely be targeting kids. Probably kids a bit younger than you, ones who don't know entirely what's going on, who are just like, let's download tons of Minecraft stuff, and or let's get a new add-on for Fortnite or whatever that may not be sanctioned by whoever it is who makes that. Who makes Fortnite?
Oh yeah, there is a. I didn't install it because like, I've heard of. There's like a free geometry dash Trojan. Like
right.
Free geometry dash hacks Trojan, and it will mess your whole computer up.
Really?
Basically, it's not to take anything, it's just to basically bully you.
It's just to destroy.
But does it at least give you free geometry dash hacks?
No.
Looking on the bright side, Lord Chunky's like,
That
yeah, but it's a free
sucks.
game.
Imagine it actually does. Just like, I'm sorry about your computer, but your geometry dash hacks.
Yeah.
What? Now, has anyone had a virus?
I think a bag of chips did, because he was downloading a bunch of Minecraft texture packs.
I know that they were targeting Minecraft for a while there. Because
like
obviously...
Minecraft texture packs especially, because like all of them are on these like really weird websites. You have to be really careful when you're getting one.
Yeah, I got one and then I just used it for the whole time. I'm not changing it because like they're really sketchy in my opinion.
Yeah, because they're all off like I think like MediaFire or something, where it's just like any
that
random
weird
file.
Yeah, that is a weird site, isn't it? That it says like, here, just watch this, or it makes you it'll say like, click here for the download, and you'll click it, and it's like, oh, that's not a download, that's another ad.
No, it's
or
like
something.
an ad that'll be like just like click here, or like click to start download, but that's just an ad.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you click one of those, then you'll probably get
Which
something.
just seems, I'm sure I have as well. I used to think that you were safe when you had a Mac, but I don't think that's the case anymore, is it?
No, it's not true.
All right. I've had a flute a few times. Does that count? Yes, Jack of all nerds. It totally counts. Can't remember any PCs I've fixed from kids clicking OK to everything. It's not just kids, though. It's a full-time job. I mean, so this giant hack, you'll love this, Lord Chunky, you'll like this. I was going to say Lord of Chips, but that's not right. So the password, so this big hack that happened because it was a so-called trusted organization that works with governments and giant companies, and it's like basically a security company. It issued an update that had been infected. And it basically, so then by getting a trusted update by this very expensive company or whatever it is that's doing security for you, that infected everybody. Their excuse was that they let the intern set a password.
Oh.
The president or whatever it is of this company got onto the news and said, oh, no, it's not our fault. It's the intern we had who set the password to like 12345 or something like that.
Poor intern.
Yeah, but I was like, but that's like saying that...
Was there even an intern to begin with?
Exactly. And what are they doing setting a password? And what are you doing with such bad security that you don't have like some kind of... If you don't tell interns how to set passwords, they don't know how to set a password, right?
No, you don't... Yeah. You should probably have like a computer generating a password for you that's like 70 digits long.
That's what I do.
Or even that, like...
Hashtag.
Wouldn't you have... Maybe you should have something that says, this passcode's going to be changed. Are you okay with that? And it sends to, like, another computer or something.
There's definitely software for managing passwords. Like, I have LastPass, and apparently if you get, like, the Enterprise Edition, you can actually have it automatically force people to change passwords. It'll also look at the... How does it do this? It looks at the password and says, you've used that on numerous other sites. And now that I say that, I go, wait a second, then they know what your password is? Or no, they probably know, like, they probably have, like, a They probably like create.
Well, if it's a bad site, they'll keep your password. Most sites, they don't actually really know your password.
No, but I'm saying that LastPass every so often will say like, make sure you don't use this email, this password again because you've used it on another site.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Well, it's probably not LastPass that knows that, but it probably knows that like locally on your computer.
Right.
But it probably like LastPass like servers don't have that information.
Right. But that is, that's interesting. If you use Chromebook, it will store your password. Only if you want it to, Clanky. I say no to storing my passwords in browsers.
No, it always does it.
Depends on the website I store my password.
No, you can tell it not to. It doesn't automatically store it. I tell it not to because there's just too many things to know my passwords, right? It's just another place that someone could hack and find my password. I'm being stared at by a dog right now. It's looking in the window. It's very unnerving.
If I were to get hacked, the worst thing that could happen is probably like my Minecraft world save gets corrupted.
Well, but this is it. But that's the thing that I find so funny is unless like Think Noodles, you're on a different network, you are the way in for hackers to get to your dad's stuff or your mom's stuff or any of that kind of stuff, right? That's what I find interesting about it. And also, I mean, not terrifying because I'm sort of the same. I want
to say like yes, but also like think about it. They hack into the computer. They still like have to hack past another thing, right?
Well, I mean, once they've got your email or once they've got access to your computer, they can basically do anything, right? Because your parents are going to think it's just your computer doing stuff, right? Oh, Jack's online again. I wonder what he's doing. That's not Jack. That's a Russian spy. You know what I mean? And they're, downloading all sorts of stuff. Or, as you've said, I mean, these ransomware things are so popular because they spread themselves. They ask for just under what it would cost you to have like a professional come in or to replace everything. And so it's cheaper for some companies to actually just give into the ransomware and pay them. Like, oh, well, it's only $600 and then we can get back to work, right? But could you imagine $600 times how many people?
Yeah, it'd be worth paying the $600 probably.
Except that they've just hacked your computer and encrypted it. Who says they're going to send you the key? And even if they send you the key, who's going to say they aren't still in your computer? Of course they're still in your computer, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I thought that sounded that sort of terrifies me somewhat. Okay, I'm going to send you this link. This is going into the chitty chats. Let's do this. I'm having a hard time. I've got too many screens going. So I haven't figured out now that I got the sound sorted out, I have to sort out the monitors next. That's going to be next.
Oh, someone rated.
All right. So this is, what? Oh, they want me to log in for God's sake. I'm not logged in on that either.
Hello?
Yes.
Did I disappear?
What? No.
Hello?
Hello?
How are you, rat hunter? I was saying that the way it's weathered, it actually does look a bit like a wet rat.
It looks exactly like a wet
Curled
rat.
up. Yeah.
That's why Hazar was going for it, because it was a
No,
bone.
she was going for it because it's a bone that she likes to
She's
chew.
actually going for a squirrel, and then I thought she was going for the rat.
Ah,
because of the bone.
I see. I have to sign into something. What do I have to sign into? What does it want me to sign into? Oh, it wants me to sign into Twitch. Oh, seriously? Oh my God, this whole move to another computer is going to obviously be rather frustrating for me. I can see. Okay, so if I would put this message in here, will it let me do that? Dun dun dun. Yes, there you go. Okay, so that's the link to this thing. So Baz, you and I were talking about how boring it was to learn the parts of a cell, right?
Yeah.
He already sounds not excited.
We were saying, well, here's the thing is when I was a kid, I don't know, Chunky, have you gone through this as well, where they want you to learn the parts of the cell, and then they show you like a hand-drawn picture of a freaking circle with a few blobs in it, and they go, learn those parts, right?
Yeah.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's it.
Yep.
So it's all the same stuff from like 1,000 years ago when dinosaurs and I were at school, before Cal says anything. And so I was like, why the frack, if I was in Battlestar, don't we have, aren't we using like like cool images or videos or like at least a color photo of this stuff?
A color photo? Because color photos cost like
What's a
3
color
cents to print.
photo?
What's a color photo? Exactly.
They don't have those in school.
Or even, I don't know, go to the interweb. And on the interweb.
Interweb? No, that's forbidden.
See? So anyway, so this YouTube video is an animation that both Ari Berman, who is this new friend of mine who runs a sort of bioinformatics and like basically like supercomputers for scientists, basically, is what he does. And he and James Dungeon Master and Science Master Gurney were saying like, oh my God, have a look at this. And they found this, they had this amazing sort of animation of what these things look like in motion. And I was just blown away. And it's just frustrating because I'm like, why don't they show you cool stuff? And then then you might want to learn what some of these things do, right? Like what makes you want to learn stuff? Baz, don't answer this. Because Baz will say nothing.
Well, interest. Well, if it piques my interest.
Yeah. And how do things pique your interest? Like, what is it that gets you? I mean, is it when you read something, do you go, "Oh my God, that's so cool," or is it more about when you see something on a video, or you get, or some old guy with a beard tells you about it? Like, what most gets you excited about stuff? Would you say? Like, where are the things?
If Dumbledore taught all my lessons, then I mean, I'd be very interested.
If who did?
Dumbledore, or like Gandalf.
If Dumbledore, right? But they would all be magical lessons. Or could
Blah,
you?
blah, blah.
What about the online stuff?
Online stuff?
We don't have digital textbooks. Do any of you guys have digital textbooks?
No.
We did for a little bit last
Well, there
year.
are digital textbooks, but we don't use them when we're in school because we actually have the textbook.
Thus defeating the digital part. What? So, Lord Chunky, you were saying that you used to use them, or use them for a bit,
Yeah.
and then why did they stop?
Well, because we stopped doing online. Then what we did online again this year, we just didn't use textbooks.
See, but that's what I mean. Then you're forced to look at stuff online. Then why not just use the online stuff instead of having?
Well, no, we weren't using textbooks, so.
Right. But then you went back
when we were
to
online and
textbooks.
using textbooks, we did use the online textbooks.
And then when you got offline, you did just regular textbooks.
No, we just didn't use textbooks anymore.
Huh.
Because when I was in grade 7, we used textbooks. This year, we haven't.
Interesting. So the stuff you're using, so is it just all stuff that the teachers put together then?
Yeah, mostly.
Huh. Well, that's kind of neat. I mean, I love the idea.
Our teacher likes the one I don't like teacher seems to think that having you read the textbook makes you automatically know like everything there is to know.
Textbook? No, it doesn't make you know
Right.
anything.
I don't
Yeah.
understand anything from my textbook.
We just
Really?
read it, and then he's like, "Oh well, I guess you know exactly how to do it now, right?" And we're like,
Huh.
Because what's their job as a teacher? To teach? No, it's to just tell you, read 2 pages of the textbook.
And do you read the 2 pages of the textbook at school or at home?
At school.
Wait a sec. You sit in school and read a textbook.
I mean,
Yeah.
Why don't you do that
yeah,
at
then
home?
you do the work.
But you could do that
Because
anywhere.
we can't bring textbooks home.
What?
Yeah.
3
There's-
textbooks is
You
the whole
guys
school
don't
budget.
Bring textbooks home?
Yeah.
All
no.
Baz does is
No.
carry textbooks
Not
back
allowed
and
to.
I
forth.
always have to bring textbooks.
There's
back
not
home.
enough textbooks to bring them home. You have to share textbooks sometimes.
Oh, we have to pay for our own textbooks.
Oh,
Right.
well, that makes sense.
Well, you can buy your own textbooks if you want to. It's just that it's crazy expensive. Some people prefer to do that because then you
Yeah.
can at least resell them. Whereas the digital ones you can't. Although now you can rent them. You can rent digital copies of the
Oh, I
textbook.
still have the passwords to our digital textbooks from last year, and I checked it. It still works. If anyone wants free digital textbooks,
Sweet.
I have a username and password.
Can you download them? Probably not, I guess, right? You have to use them while you're online.
No.
Hmm.
Well, it's just a giant PDF.
Excuse me. It
It's
is?
the textbook. It's just like a big, 300-page PDF.
Well, so you could
Yeah.
just download it.
Maybe. I'm not sure if it lets you download it. You have to do something. I don't know.
You have to do something
It's sketchy.
sinister. You have to download some software that's probably got a virus in it to get it to convert the PDF file to something you can actually send around. I guess my point is, if I saw a paramecium running around eating things, I would be a lot more interested in learning how that paramecium does that than if I see a black and white drawing with a couple of scribbles in it and so they go like, that's the nucleus. Really? It looks like a big squiggle that's slightly differently squiggled than the other squiggle. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. It is a slightly differently squiggle.
Exactly. Print to PDF printer. Ooh, there you go. Jonathan MLH. But it might be encrypted. Maybe, although they seem so far behind the times on this stuff. Crossover says they could probably get it off the website. So let me guess, Crossover, you just need their password and username. Don't do it, kids. Stranger danger. What?
Apparently some schools are installing stuff on the Chromebooks that they give out.
Yeah.
To like spy on the kids.
Really? What, to make sure that they're doing their homework and stuff?
No, just to like spy on them in general.
Huh.
What do you mean by spy on them?
Yeah, where did
They already spy on you. The Chromebooks, they can see whatever you're doing on TDSB Wi-Fi. If you're on TDSB Wi-Fi, they know exactly what you're doing.
Really? You think they're logging everything?
That's why the other open Wi-Fi that everyone uses is the one that everyone uses because they don't want like.
Sorry, run that by me again. I'm having a hard time hearing you, Beth.
Everyone at my school uses like another Wi-Fi.
Oh, which one?
Well, I can't say because the name is where my school is.
Oh, I see. But you're saying that there is an open.
Yeah, but there's like there's an open Wi-Fi that I use because like I don't want people spying on every single thing because when you're on when you're on that Wi-Fi, they're able to see like everything.
Right.
Like even if you're not on the Wi-Fi when you search it up.
Right.
That's what at least my French teacher keeps telling me. But
this isn't the same French teacher who told you if you washed your hands with alcohol, you'd get alcohol poisoning.
Oh, no, that's my math teacher.
Great.
And my English teacher.
And your English teacher?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure my science teacher.
I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there that even teachers seem to fall for.
They didn't say that you'd get alcohol poisoning.
They didn't say that?
You'd become drunk.
Well, that's basically the same thing, isn't it? I mean, isn't alcohol just basically a sort of a form of poisoning?
I guess.
I don't know. That's an interesting question, actually. I don't know. I mean, like, if you get drunk, is it because your body is being poisoned by the alcohol? Or is it having a reaction to the alcohol? I'd be curious to know what the deal is on that. And open Wi-Fi isn't encrypted. That's true. Like, if you wanted to figure out, all right, everything is a poison in the wrong quantities, even water. Yeah, it's true. You can actually die of too much water. I guess that's called drowning.
Okay. I guess that's right. But actually, no, that's not technically right because drowning is just lack of air, which is caused by water. It's not actually the water that's killing you.
Right. It's that you're not getting the oxygen you need to keep yourself alive, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of news about this. Schools watching students easy beyond what is legal. Interesting. You can hypersaturation, though. Ooh, so you can be like in water for so long that it just basically seeps into everything. Because, I mean, water is not corrosive, but it's great at dissolving things. So I'm guessing, if we float around in water long enough, it'll break down the cells and stuff, wouldn't it? It's your lungs that fill with water, I think. Right. So your lungs fill with water so that you can't produce the oxygen you need to keep your brain alive and keep your body functioning. Is that right? Something like that? You're basically poisoning. You're basically dying of, is it carbon dioxide poisoning? It's something, I remember reading about this. It was kind of neat. The question, Goliath, is what exactly happens when you drown? It's something about a lack of oxygen, which is the oxygen which is needed to be the oxygen. It's more about a buildup of other substances, isn't it? Yeah, lack of oxygen makes your brain shut down or something. And hyperhydration can cause swelling of the cells. Right, that's what I'm saying, is they soak. It's like your cells are soaking, and then they, we were just talking about drowning, Aaron Cross. Just exciting stuff like that. All right, let me see what else I've got on my list of things that I thought were neat. So anyways, so if you get stuck in a class and you have to, oh God, it's got Baz's backdrop again. Who is that, Baz? Who's the lady with the sword?
As death, right?
Wait, why do you have the same backdrop as me?
I don't know. It keeps changing.
How? Wait, no, how?
I don't know.
Different account.
I think you've logged into my account or I've logged into your account or something. I don't know.
I think you've logged into... Wait, is it like... How do I explain it? Is it her in the middle?
Just look at the screen and look at the string yet.
Oh, there you go. Goliath has got it. Look at this. So I knew it was something like this. So lack of oxygen caused by the alleles inside your lungs being blocked. The carbon dioxide is not being able to be processed, so you cease to function. I knew it was something like that. Breathing water, bad. Thank you, Mr. Clean Tracy. That's very useful. What was that, Baz?
Could you go back to the wallpaper for me?
Is it a sexy knife lady? It is. What did I try to do to get to the sexy knife lady? Let me see what I did.
Dad, it's not a sexy.
It's not a... That's...
Just minimize the camera super quick.
Someone else just said that. It was sexy...
I know, it was James.
Is it this one? Is that what I did? No? How did I get... I can't remember how I got to it.
Minimize the screen, Dad.
No, but I wanted to do it without... the idea was to do it without... Oh, hello. Wants me to log into Twitch. No, I won't let you.
Dad.
There you go.
What did you do?
That's S-Death, right? Isn't that S-Death? I'm going to go back to the video again now. Gimpy G! Gimpy G saying hi to everyone.
Hi.
Gimpy G, who was too tired to talk today. So apparently I'm going to talk to him tomorrow instead. Windows 95. Woohoo!
Get more sleep. Feel better.
Well, because he's got his second jab. And apparently the jab makes him sleepy. Isn't that right, Gimpy G? Who confused manga with hentai the other time? That's probably me. All right.
Yeah.
Dad, it is S-Death, but it's not my wallpaper, so you just gotta change it and it'll change.
Oh, that's so funny though. Why did it change back? Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. Let's have a look here. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, I've got things to share. Things to share. My favorite one is the last one, though. Absolutely my favorite.
The slug.
Yeah. The slug is just so cool. It's so cool. All right. Where are we at? Okay. So what's next up? Oh, right. So remember we watched SpaceX launch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that was... Were you there for that, Raccoon?
Oh, wait, no. Probably not. But I watched that. I watched a bit of that.
Right. So we watched it and we were like, okay, what's the difference between a rocket and a bomb? A rocket lands, a bomb explodes, right?
Most rockets don't land, though.
A lot of them... Well, no, these are new. That's the whole thing. Rockets used to be just like a one-off thing, right?
Yeah, I know.
So that's what I was saying, that they were like the kind of the differences.
Space junk.
Space junk. Exactly. So the hope is that this will be, these are reusable rockets unless they blow up. So we watched the launch and we're like, oh my God, that's really cool. And we saw the fire coming out of the bottom. I was like, that doesn't look right. And then we sat there for a while and then we talked about something else. But what we missed was the exploding part.
Up.
We missed the exploding part.
That thing was built like a tank, though. It was big.
It's a huge, it was huge. It looked kind of fake, didn't it? Didn't it look like a giant, like it looked like a giant sort of cardboard tube that had been painted silver with a couple of fins on it. In my mind. All right, let me just do this. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to go to here and I'm going to look at the thing again here. Let's have a look here. And if I can bring it up, I will, because I think it would be cool to see. 4, 3, come on. I'm skipping the ads. Here we go. Okay, I'm skipping the ads. So we missed this part. I love the fact that we missed this part. So there you go. So I think this is, I don't know what that footage is. That's a great shot. And then check this out. So we saw this. It lands beautifully, right? To make this a little smaller. Hold on a second here. There you go. So
it
lands.
looks like it's already on fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, so it looked to me like there was still flames coming out of the bottom. And you'll see, I think it'll get a close up in a second. And it looked to me like on the right-hand side there was a little bit of, oh boy. Holy moly. No, was anybody hurt? Do you know?
Well, no, it's just.
But can you imagine? It's like, go check it out, Frank. Oh, okay, I don't know. It looks like something might be on fire, Frank. Go have a look. Man, that really blew up. I can't believe we missed that. So we watched this whole thing landing, and then we missed the part where it actually just like explodes into flames. Look at that.
Oh, it's the best part.
And look, I want to see where does it start from? What if we go really slow? Can I do the playback speed? Okay, playback speed, let's go like 25%. And we'll go like here and watch it explode. Here we go. Ready? Wow. So, where did that...
It goes from like...
Look at the left side.
Yeah, it's...
Like, it almost looks like it's not coming from the rocket.
No, it definitely could.
They think it was... What do they think it was? Like a methane leak or something crazy like that?
Wasn't it the engine like overheated and went boom?
Oh, did it? I don't know. But I'm not sure. I think that the flare up at the landing part was the engine that blew. I see. Tank breach, most likely. Everyone's got a theory. What is this? What is it? Thank you, Mohammed. They self-destructed for safety. Did they? Okay, there's a whole bunch of different theories on this. Do we know for sure?
No, it couldn't have been a
self-destruct. Right.
I don't think it was.
Why not?
Because it's that expensive. Why would they explode it?
Because if it's going to explode anyways, you'd rather have it explode in a controlled fashion rather than explode at a random time later.
With people possibly there.
I think there's that feature. Like if the rocket were to suddenly go out of control and sort of head towards like a giant like party on a boat.
Almost all rockets can blow themselves up. Like if they start launching in the wrong direction.
But does it say, "Aw, Iron Hand, thanks for your gift and subs to Give BG"? That's cool. You know what's interesting about this though is that does anyone know for sure what it was? Has there been a press release from them that actually states what it is? Do we know? Scott Manley is the source to check. Okay, who's that? The tank got damaged. This was not a self-destruct. Okay. Elon said it on Twitter. Oh, well, Elon Musk. It's got to be true. Didn't he also buy a whole bunch of Dogecoin? Or Doge, or Doggy coin, as I like to call it?
He's the one who made Dogecoin.
I don't think so.
Scott Manley provides after-action video analysis. Okay, great. I'll look him up. Do we like that? Is he family-friendly, this Scott Manley astronaut guy? Interesting. He's the source for details. Okay, why is he the source for details? Like, what makes him the source of information for this stuff? Is he an expert in this in some way, shape, or form? He did buy some, though. It's true. Yeah, Elon Musk may not have invented Dogecoin, but he certainly bought a ton of it. Hey, have you talked your parents into letting you do any Ethereum mining yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I thought he made Dogecoin because doesn't he want a cryptocurrency to be the currency of the moon or Mars?
Huh.
Mm-hmm. But Dogecoin was made as a joke, not as an actual serious thing.
Mm.
I don't think it was made by Elon.
What do you think about these? What are they called? Non-fungible something or others? The idea of tying basically a cryptocurrency to, like, let's say I signed a photo. To verify that it was in fact signed by me, I would assign it a kind of a Bitcoin type number, and then that would be somehow connected to the photo, and so you would know that it was a valid David Hewlett photograph and worth $1 billion. $1
billion, wow!
But like the famous example right now is the guy who invented Twitter, or at least owns Twitter. His first tweet he's created a, what is it called? It's a non-fungible something or another. What is the term for it? Someone will know in a second. You wait. Non-fungible tokens. Thank you. James Gurney. Of course it's James Gurney the rescue. Non-fungible tokens. So the idea is that you can assign this token to whatever you want, I guess. And he's assigned it to the first tweet he ever sent. So anytime someone wants to use that tweet or wants to own that tweet, they would have to, they would like, if there's an auction, he sells it. They now own the rights to that tweet. If they want to, they can delete it. They can make no one else. I mean, it's like basically it's theirs to do what they want with, I believe. Aquatus has Manly's link. Thank you very much. I will then use my permit skills. Will I? No, I won't. I'm on the wrong keyboard. Never mind. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, did you get a link? It's aqua. Oh, it's ink. Oh, I think it was AQ for some reason. There we go. You are permitted. Did it go? It went. Done. Okay. Yeah, it's like intellectual property. It's like basically you've stamped it with something that identifies it as the one and only version of this thing, right? Does that make sense? But it's using the blockchain, which is the same stuff that makes Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Ethereum and all that kind of stuff. And I still can't pronounce it. I know. Anquitus. It's the AE that screws me up. Just because it's Stargate doesn't mean I can pronounce it. Okay, so thought that was neat. What do we got? Something else here. Pickles on pizza, yay or nay? Anybody?
I've never had that.
Pickles? I've never had pickles on pizza.
I've never had pickles on pizza.
I wouldn't just say it was bad. It
sounds like it could work.
Pineapple on pizza is good.
I like it, but a lot of people have a real problem with that.
Don't start that.
A lot of people have a lot of problems with that.
I don't know.
Didn't this end up...
I don't have anything against it. I've never tried it. Okay, now stop. Don't. No one.
I'm totally trying pickles on pizza now, for sure. You know?
Yeah. What would you have it with? Like pineapple's like good with like bacon and stuff.
Yeah, what would it go with? What's good with pickles? Somebody said you could do like a cheeseburger.
Like ground beef with pickles.
Cheeseburger's a really good idea, though. Like have a little ground beef. I am so hungry now.
Do like a cheeseburger pizza where you have like ground beef with it.
Hoisin duck on pizza. Oh my God, James. I'm so hungry. No, I love pineapple, Andrianne. Absolutely love it. I'm just happen to be allergic to it. I'm fasting right now, so this is torture. You're welcome, Clanky. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy your pickles and pizza. Aren't they moving SN11 today? They're not launching it. They're just moving it? No, they are not. Just moving it. Exactly. Yes, moving it. That's exciting, is watching a rocket get moved. Although we did watch the space shuttle as they drove it through the streets of LA to get to the museum that they were leaving it in.
I feel like that'd be neat to see in person, but like watching that on video would be...
Yeah. It was neat to be there. There was like these massive crowds, and the thing moved so slowly. And Baz was like a wee child at the time. I think I could actually hold him on my shoulders. All right.
Did anyone try to climb on top of it when it was moving?
Well,
I think probably like security.
There's a lot of security. It's LA too, right? So people get shot there for doing less. So I'm guessing nobody did. But it's a good point, though. It did, however, almost knock over a lamppost. They had to take the lamp down to get it around a corner.
Yeah.
All right, what's next on my list of cool things? Oh my God. Okay, so this is an article which I think you might want to read because it's really depressing.
So why do I want to read
You want to trust me because it's
What
basically
is it? Sorry.
Okay. This is the New York Times, okay? And I quite like the New York Times. Definitely more left-leaning of the newspapers for sure. but they're very good at their research and stuff. And this guy,
where did you post it?
it's in this stream chat. It's also in the email as well. And what I'm going to suggest is, so that link that I've given you is a link to the original article. At the top of the original article, it says if you want to, read the annotated version. And I would suggest you do that because it has links to all the stuff that he's talking about in the article, right? In fact, I suppose I could just go in and actually do that for us, couldn't I? But the basic idea is that we're doomed and the planet's going to die. But didn't we kind of know that?
Heartwarming article.
But there's a bunch of
Now
stuff.
we just have like full-on scientific proof that it's true.
Well, and that's the problem, right? Is that there are some scientists who are saying that some of the things he says aren't true. Some people are saying, oh my God, you're right. Some people are saying like, oh, it's like Chicken Little. He's yelling that the sky's falling and the sky's not falling. He just raises some really, he says like, okay, worst case scenario, let's see what happens. And he starts going through and he goes like, this isn't even the worst case scenario, some of this stuff. Like the idea that water levels rise, so there's just parts of the country that just you can't live in anymore because it's now underwater. And then there are other parts of the world that we can't live on because it becomes too hot for humans. Right?
Yeah.
There's a thing called, I love this term, it's called, what is it called? Wet bulb temperature. And according to this article, they wrap a wet sock around the bulb of a thermometer and wave it in the air, and that gives you the wet bulb temperature. And the wet bulb temperature, and it's something about the water evaporating out of the sock while it's spinning, and it gives you a certain temperature. And at a certain temperature, humans basically cook in the heat. And they're saying that there will be parts of the planet that could be now so hot, including parts of like the rainforest and all things around the equator, right? Because the equator is the hotter part of the planet. Any of those sort of tropical kind of areas could become so hot that we can't live in them anymore, which means that what happens to all the people there?
Well, I mean, Mars is looking better and better by the second. So,
although Mars, you die without
Yeah.
giant spacesuits and stuff, right?
I think.
And radiation.
Better off
now.
staying on Earth with just like.
Yeah, but if that
spaceship
becomes
and-
the same thing on
Just
Earth,
save the Earth.
Interesting. So you think we might have to build like space houses on Earth because the planet becomes so uninhabitable?
Maybe.
Hopefully not.
Well, this is it.
Well,
So
if it keeps it up at this rate, then definitely will. But
Well, yeah.
But this is the weird thing that I keep struggling with, and what this article talks about. And maybe like we could sort of have a look at it like this week, and maybe we could sort of tease out a few things here and there that are kind of neat. Some of them. What was that?
Wait, so no, continue.
I was going to say the ones that jumped out to me were, first off, the fact that the temperatures could get so hot. Secondly, that because the Arctic is getting warmer, the permafrost is getting warmer too, and it's beginning to thaw out, and that may release even more things into the universe, into the air, like methane, which is really
at least there's more space for farming.
well.
True.
If you but farming requires really good soil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if it's warm enough to,
So.
yeah, I mean, a lot of these places don't have the soil for that. And the other thing is, the other one that this is just totally the weirdest thing ever. So I was looking up the permafrost thing, and they were saying that what's been happening is the permafrost has been thawing, and they're finding things like this kid finds an old caribou that was frozen in the ice and then it thawed out, and then 5 people died of like this toxin. I can't remember what it was called now. What was it that got them? It was it's being used in terrorist attacks. Is it strychnine or ricin or something?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen is not
Nitrogen's
actually
not bad.
a poison.
80% of the stuff we breathe is
That
nitrogen.
reminds me of the thing.
It is it's totally The Thing. Oh, we got to watch The Thing. Can we watch The Thing?
Okay.
What's the thing?
Oh my God, have you never seen The Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh.
You don't know what the thing is?
Anthrax.
No.
It was Anthrax.
The Thing.
Absolutely.
It's like a great movie.
What do you know? You haven't
The
seen it
Thing.
yet. You
No.
said it was too creepy. No, a dog died. That's right.
Oh, a dog died?
A dog died, but it's okay. He deserved it.
The dog?
Was
No.
Did it take over the?
The dog didn't actually die. The dog was already.
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
okay.
I know what you mean. Don't say it because I know.
So, anthrax. I think it was anthrax. So basically, an ancient old, I believe, bacteria that gets thawed out and infects this community, and a lot of people died. Not a lot, but like a handful of people died. Still, that seems like a lot to me in a small community. So they're saying, like, what else is going to get thawed out in this permafrost? So some scientists, Russian scientists, guys, they find this bacteria that is amazing at staying alive for long periods of time. So they started injecting it into animals to see if the animals would live longer, and they did. At least according to what they were telling us. So what does the scientist do?
Injects a human.
Injects himself with it. And then goes, I feel great. I feel younger than I've ever felt. And then turns into a zombie and attacks the planet.
Huh.
He doesn't
Oh, wait, is this a theoretical thing?
No, but
Yeah.
he literally injected himself with, if you read the article, when you get to the part where it talks about the permafrost thawing and stuff, there's a couple of links in the annotated version that has an interview with this guy. And he's like, oh, I feel so good. It's great. But he's literally injected himself with a bacteria that's been frozen for millions and millions of years because he thinks it might be the key to eternal life. I hope he's right, frankly. How great would that be?
That reminds me of this one video game called The Green Mile. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
The Green Mile, yeah.
That's a book.
That was a Stephen King book, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that D-Stat? D-Stat.
Is it The Green Mile? Oh wait, one sec.
The Green Mile is a Stephen King book and movie.
Right. No, Baz, you may be thinking about something else. Green, I know what you're...
Yeah.
There was some... man. What was it?
I watched a video on like...
But yeah, it's very much a science fiction story. The idea of something in the permafrost thawing out and it like taking over. I can't believe D-Stat's here. I haven't seen D-Stat forever. I hope you're well, buddy. All right, what do we got? Eureka did an episode about a bacteria taken from the ice core sample. Yeah, I mean, it's total. This is it. It is the Green Hornet. Thank you, Mr. Colleen Tracy. Green Hell? Green Mile's about death row.
Green
yeah.
Hell. Green Hell.
What is Green Hell? What have you been watching?
No, I wanted to. I think I used to.
I gotta go. Bye.
Green Mile. It's a game. Sorry, Green Hell.
It's a survival game. Oh, okay.
It's a survival game where this dude goes to like an area.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where it is exactly.
Oh, about surviving the jungle. I do remember that.
And, yes, it's a jungle. Yeah, it's a jungle. And do you mind if I spoil the game?
I don't know.
Sure.
Do we care about spoilers?
Okay.
Wait a sec. Let's ask the chat. Do we care about spoilers in a game?
It's not like a spoiler. It's like the basis of the game.
You realize that's
Oh,
exactly
yeah,
what your
let's go
mom
ahead.
says before she spoils everything she ever
No,
tells
it
you?
might actually be a spoiler.
You're about to give you a spoiler for the Call of Duty campaign. You
What?
shoot people.
No! Do they die?
Okay,
If you hit 'em.
you know what? You know
Yes,
what?
if you
You know
hit
what? Okay.
Go for it.
So you're basically this dude who thinks that he finds the cure for cancer
Ooh. In the rainforest,
in the rainforest.
which they think there might be. Yes, okay.
And there's this group of people who live there, right?
Right.
And they're all immune to basically like this disease, which is like I guess they're all immune to like most diseases.
Huh.
Is it cancer?
Well,
No,
if
it's
it's
like a really poisonous disease or something.
right.
I can't tell if it's sorry. This is really bad, but
but something
he
really
basically
dangerous to
finds it.
humans.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's basically about him who keeps reliving going to the forest
Mhm.
because he went to the forest this one time and he thought he found the cure for this disease, and everyone's now dying because of it, because of this cure.
Oh no! Like the cure is worse than the disease.
And he's redoing this memory of what's happening and he thinks that this girl is talking to him while he's in this memory. He thinks that this girl's helping him, and this is a girl that he was with. All she's talking about is like her wanting him to come back home because she's dead. She's dead.
Huh.
And
it sounds creepy.
Yeah.
Fortitude. Yeah, good point, Miss Linz. Fortitude is very similar to this. Basically, I think they find like don't they find like an old mastodon? What do they call a woolly mammoth?
This poisonous frog is what helps everyone.
Huh. So
like
does he find a cure?
Frog?
Is the idea of the game to try to find the cure?
Yeah, basically. But he
cool.
always fails to find the cure, and that's why everyone's dead because of him.
Huh. It does sound like a very involved video game. It's a good point. And there was a movie like that with Sean Connery. I got to say, I like that Sean Connery. I don't like him necessarily, but I loved him in movies. Medicine Man. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Let me ask you this. All right. So the permafrost thing was interesting, and then the injecting bacteria, I don't think I would do that. It might be worth talking to one of our biohackers about that, about the injecting yourself with some kind of an ancient virus. I wouldn't, ancient bacteria. I wouldn't ask James Gurney because James Gurney probably wouldn't. See, James already, don't! No, of course not. None of us are that dumb, are we? Would anyone do that?
Yes.
Would you? Baz, you would? Doesn't that seem kind of dumb, though? Like, why would you inject yourself with something you don't know?
If I had a chance of getting superpowers, I'd do it.
Imagine how much more video games you could play if you're immortal.
But...
True! Wait, hold on.
Just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to start school when I'm 100.
I'll never be stuck in one elo.
But what's...
I'll be able to leave them.
Wouldn't you want to want it verified that it works before you started injecting yourself with it? Isn't that why we do animal testing?
Immortal would be bad.
Eventually,
I
wonder...
think it would be better to live for like 1,000 years, not like...
Forever.
Nah,
forever.
I think 1,000 years worse.
Did any of you ever read The Vampire Lestat or The Interview with the Vampire books?
Guys. But I just want to say...
What's up, Noodles?
Well, I have to go.
Oh, no.
Bye.
Don't go, Noodles.
Bye.
Who's going to Google for us?
All right, Noodles. Have fun. Thanks for saying hi. Gone already? Anne Rice.
If I could live forever with and be able to like speed through time, like just be like, this is boring. Let's go to the end of time.
Right. But you'd want to be able to. You wouldn't want to have to live all that time. You just want to be able to jump to the end of it.
No, if someone sees me doing something because for some reason I'm committing crimes.
What?
And then instead of just being in jail for until I get let out.
Oh my God! Could you imagine if you were immortal and you got locked in jail? Oh, that'd be the worst.
No, it wouldn't be bad. It's because technically you could
get a life sentence.
That's what I'm saying. A life sentence.
Bad. But when you
isn't a life sentence just like 120 years? Like technically, it's not infinite.
So if you were to able to live that long, sorry, Wolfpup, we sort of jumped on your story, didn't we? But if you could live that long, then you'd get released, right? 25 years is life now? I guess the idea I was telling you about was about this. The idea is that it's a vampire. It's like one of the first sort of vampire stories that came out where it was like it tried to sort of humanize the vampires, and it sort of said like what would happen if you really were able to live forever, and like how they would get how basically they had all the mental health issues that they would have as vampires because they lived forever and they saw all these people who they loved to die, and then other people were like freaked out because they were like made into vampires when they were kids, and they're like, I don't want to be a freaking 14-year-old all my life or a 10-year-old. Like I'm 1,000 years old and I look like a freaking toddler. You know what I mean? Like, so it's that kind of stuff. And Highlander Highlander did that as well. It's true. What if you sink in the ocean? Wasn't that in one of the movies?
Yeah, if you
books.
if you got stuck in the ocean, then you would be stuck there forever.
I
Because whenever you like wake up, you would just drown again.
I believe, now that I think about it, there was a movie that we saw recently about like these people who could live forever, and I think one of them did in fact get like chained up and thrown.
One of them was trapped in. They thought she was a witch.
Yes.
So they trapped her in a metal like spike coffin. I forgot what it's called.
Yep.
But like,
isn't it called the Iron Lady or something? Iron Maiden.
An Iron Maiden.
Yep.
She was trapped in Iron Maiden for all of eternity.
Oh, did it happen to Lestat as well?
And she was left, and it was put underwater, so she'd just die, wake up, drown again, and die again. It was literally eternal hell.
That's horrible. Iron Maiden did not exist. What?
With my thing, you could skip through time. You could skip through time until like a scuba diver finds you and be like, "What the heck is this?"
Well, the power of time would be really good. Like, just always.
Well, time travel would be amazing.
I wouldn't want time travel.
You wouldn't?
No, like not be able to go through the ages, just be able to go back like a little bit, like enough, because like time travel would, in my opinion, would actually be pretty bad. Because like you can change something about you that would permanently change something about you, like.
They're saying that Iron Maiden is not actually an authentic torture device. But they had similar things, did they not? Ank? I'm just going to call you Ank because I never get it right. Or Anqui. Anquiat. Since the car accident audiobooks is all I can listen to. Really? Wolf's Den. Interesting. Been here for almost an hour, but I have been paying attention to anything a lot on my mind. Oh no, Tweety Row. Tweety Row's too busy to think. Wolverine got chucked into the ocean. That's true. Yeah, it's an interesting concept though. The idea of like, what if you could live forever, but you were trapped in a box in an iron casket or a lead casket at the bottom of the ocean? Huh. I want to turn off my super hearing. I want super hearing too. I'm working on it. Has anyone found any way of hacking my ReSound hearing aids yet? Because I want to hack my hearing aids so that I can hear things that other people can't hear. I want superpowers of these things. Okay, let me go back and find another thing. That
would be pretty good as well.
What was that?
Sorry. Sorry. I was just saying teleportation would also be pretty good.
Yeah, if I were to pick, that'd probably be mine.
Or like ghost abilities, if you know.
Shape-shifting's pretty good too.
Walls take over things.
Yeah.
Shape-shifting, I guess. Yeah.
Could you do that by attaching a microphone to them? I know I'd love to, D-Stat, but here's the problem: is they're all proprietary, right? So they connect to your iPhone with Bluetooth or some proprietary system, and it's very difficult to figure out how to hack them. I guess because they don't want people copying them and then buying them for a lot cheaper than the freaking ridiculous amounts of money they charge for you.
But like, if someone hacks them, like, wouldn't they be able to hear exactly what you're hearing? And like, if you're at like a super secret meeting,
why not? Exactly. Yeah, I would have thought the same thing, D-Stat, but apparently people haven't done it. So I don't know whether it's maybe it's because it's on the Apple. Maybe you could do it on a Android phone. I'm not sure if you could do it on the Apple though, because Apple I think encrypts their.
Well, also I think like the hearing aid hacking community is probably not the largest community either.
It's true.
There's probably not that many people that have tried to hack hearing aids.
Yes,
but the thing is, like, if you are like some evil person that is trying to take over a company, and then there's this dude that has hearing aid. If you hack the hearing aid, then you can hear everything he hears.
Yeah, or translation hearing aids, that'd be cool too. Could you imagine if as you hear people, it automatically translates it for you?
Funny if it was like Google Translate is just spinning it like random.
I think that would happen. Like eventually they were going to have that, right?
Waffles, hamster.
Don't you think?
Like the voices.
Look out for that fried pickle. What? Wrong word. You know what I mean? Like a universal translator. I'd love a universal translator, or something that goes like, that guy coming up to you, his name is so and so.
There's an app on your phone that's able to like you talk into it, and then it speaks the language. Like,
right.
for you. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the Babelfish or the Babelfish, right? I think it's the Babelfish. I always thought it was Babelfish too, but it's Babelfish. Like Babel, like the Tower of Babel. Do you know that story from the Bible? That story from the sacred Bible book?
The Bible?
Yeah, that's what Google Glasses had promised. I wanted that. Apparently there's a new set of AR glasses that sound kind of neat. I think, is it Logitech that's doing them? It's somebody, or Qualcomm, I believe, that have like basically a pair of glasses that have some AR built into them and that kind of stuff. But get this, you have to plug them into a USB port. Like I'd be getting up all the time and pulling my glasses off, right?
So why wouldn't they just like make it like connect through Bluetooth versus just having them plugged in the whole time?
This is it. I'm assuming that they're probably prototypes, so they probably just haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, that makes sense for the prototype. Also, they probably haven't sorted out like batteries and stuff yet. That'd be hard to figure out.
Yeah, they should probably be like a wireless charge.
Huh.
I don't think it should be like a wireless charge.
I think that's so neat that Ranger Stalker knows about.
Like a kind of like magnetic clip-on charger or something. Kind of like maybe like with like AirPods where they have like a case or something, or like wireless earbuds where they have a case that you put them in.
What's nice about these ones is that you can basically have like full definition screens, like big high definition screens in your vision. So you don't need all these big TVs and stuff. Although you know that
would it be as good because you would still have to be able to see through it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So the colors couldn't be as vibrant and bright and stuff.
Oh, that's true. Although you don't want them that like you just want to be able to look stuff up, right?
I guess so, yeah. But if you're trying to like maybe like watch Netflix on your glasses or something,
yeah, that's where you kind of want.
That's good.
That's where you sort of want those. I guess maybe we'll have like a combination of AR and VR glasses. Like you have AR glasses during the day, and then you just flip down like a flash shield, like a bunker shield. What's it called? What am I looking for? Like a screen comes down in front of it, and then you've got a blast shield. It's like a blast shield comes down, and then you've just got basically a blank wall for it to project on, and it would look way better, right?
That'd be pretty cool.
But here's my thing. This is my new thing. Okay, we're talking about VR, we're talking about AR, we're talking about augmenting our ears using the hearing aids. Not we so much as me. And I started going like, our brain is just a big gray lump that is receiving signals and converting it into sound, converting it into visual stuff. I'm reading this book called The Brain by Eagleman, this guy called Eagleman. And it's just fascinating. One of the things that he talks about is, why when we're doing a race do they fire a gun and not flash a light at us?
Because wouldn't a gun be...
Because probably most of the time at the very start line, you want to be focused on the race and stuff with your eyes. Mm-hmm. You don't need to be focused onto it with listening.
That's a good, that's a good theory. Good theory. But what's faster, light or sound?
Light.
Okay, so light happens before sound does. Mm-hmm. So why when I clap my hands do I hear the sound and see the thing happen at the same time?
Well, it's probably because
when you're that close.
Yes.
Okay.
There probably won't be a change due to like when you clap it.
When you're that close, your brain probably just can't like.
Your brain wouldn't see a difference, but like if someone
but there is a difference
far
correct?
Away, yeah, there is like maybe like a couple milliseconds, maybe microseconds.
Or what are they called? Milliseconds, nanoseconds. Well, so this guy talks about this. He says, okay, in a race, when you're in a running race, you can win by like a fraction of a second, right? You can be like, oh my God, you came in like, it's all about like beating the clock, right? So he said, like, why don't they, so light is faster than sound, like by a noticeable amount, in a situation like that, why don't they use light? So they did a test and they fired a gun, people took off, they flashed a light, people took off. It took longer for the people to take off when there was a flash of light. Any ideas why that would be? I hadn't thought of this.
Because people's brains don't recognize it as quickly?
That's exactly it. Exactly it. It takes your brain so much more time to put together an image than it is to process a sound. So your sound, the sound is happening faster than what you're seeing because the processing time of your brain to give you the information is much, much slower. So basically, everything we see is in the past. Everything we see is not happening right now. It is, in fact, our brains telling us what has just happened. Because there's no way, we can't process it at the same time. And I was walking the dog, and I suddenly went, okay, that is really freaky. Like, if you think about that, about everything you're doing right now, it changes your whole perspective on it, doesn't it? You're playing video games, and you're reacting to something that's already happened.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so I just reacted to 1,000 grenades going off in the past.
Right. Exactly. Those 1,000 grenades have already blown up. You just processed them later. In fact, not even that. You didn't even process the whole image. All you processed was anything that changed in the idea of what's happening in your head. So everything that we're seeing, everything that we're experiencing is different to each person who's experiencing it because your brain is creating that reality. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
I just think that's, I don't know. I started looking at the dog. I was like, you don't look like that. I was like, that's not a tree. That's, it's so weird how our brains change things. This is the other thing is, apparently, memories, like you have memories, and that's like, people would say like you are a collection of memories, right?
Dad?
Yeah.
What would you like on your toast?
Toast.
I would like marmalade, please.
That's
This is
a
toast.
very immediate
What
question.
kind of
If you don't
toast?
answer this right now, you won't get toast.
What kind of toast is it?
Mum's bread.
It's not Mum's bread, excuse me.
avocado
I
toast.
made that bread. I don't mind, whatever. As long as it's got butter on it, I could care less. You're not your own boss. It's
And while you're at it, I'll have avocado toast.
what kind of toast are you
What
gonna have?
Avocado toast.
Oh, avocado toast. Very
Avocado
good
toast.
choice. Good choice,
Yeah.
sir.
The Wolf Up? How about you?
Wolf Pup, what kind of toast would you like?
I
Yeah,
just what's it called? I can't remember the name of it.
Hair worms.
Garlic bread.
Ooh,
Garlic toast.
we can't do garlic bread.
Nice. It is.
My store doesn't open for garlic bread.
Ooh,
It is really.
I have to get out before the pie explodes.
It's a good idea to do that. Yeah, I just think that everyone's making their orders
Tim,
now.
you didn't
Marmite
say
on
that
toast,
last-
please. Oh, I love Marmite on toast. Oh, that's
What is
good.
Marmite? I don't know what that is.
You've never had Marmite?
You've never had Marmite?
Son, you've never lived. Oh my
What is it?
God. You know what? You should call child services right now on your parents and say, excuse me, I'd like to report a crime. My
my
parents have never given me Marmite. Marmite is
Why
called,
is
it's
the
a
pie
yeast
exploding?
extract.
What is it?
It's a very salty, almost like molasses color of spread. It's a
Dad,
yeast.
I forgot what you wanted.
Oh, whatever. Marmalade, if you got it, would be great. If not,
What?
or honey, whatever you got.
Everybody likes marmalade.
Honey's easy too. Maybe honey. Scrapings from the bottle of a
I feel
beer
like
barrel.
marmalade is like the old person toast.
Is it
topping.
really the scrapings of a bottle of a beer at the bottom of a beer barrel? Is it really?
I'll bring it down.
Oh, you rock, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Can I have it
I feel
with
like
a
marmalade is the
cheeseburger on
old
top?
person topping. I don't know why.
You don't
For
like marmalade?
toast. No, it's good, but like the only place I really ever have is at my grandparents'.
Ha! You're saying that I'm an old man. Are you calling me old?
I am.
Fine. If the pie won't explode, I'm shooting an RPG in there.
I had Vegemite and wasn't a fan. Really? Is that right, Constable? Huh. Constalobodo. I didn't like Vegemite as much as I like Marmite, I'd have to say. But Vegemite is
I
very
like Marmite
similar
a
to
lot.
Marmite, I would say that. You call me old? You must be talking to me? All right. I'm going to move on. I'm going to see what else there is. the brain thing is kind of freaky. It really does
Yay.
kind of the brain stuff messes with my head, but it really does, because I can't get my head around certain things. There's a great story of there's a woman scientist was researching the idea of memories and how they can be influenced, right? And it would do
realize that your brain named itself?
Brain?
What?
Like someone.
Your brain named itself.
Your brain not only named itself, your brain thinks it's you. Right?
Well, your brain is you.
Well, that's it. But is your brain you, or is it the memories it has? Like, what is some people say there's a soul, that when they die, that whatever that thing is that's somehow connected to their brain is, or that their sense of self is somehow something beyond their body type thing. I don't believe that, but there are other people who do. The brain. Okay, so this is about memories, and this scientist said she would show people pictures, like videos of car accidents. Okay, and then she would say, depending on how she asked the question, she would get a different response. So she would say, like, how fast were the cars going when they contacted each other, when they made contact with each other? And
Dad,
yes.
Don't want everyone to see my uniform. So I'm gonna need you to get up.
Oh, gonna need me to get up? Okay. Baz does not want to be seen in uniform. Hang on one second. Thank you, sir. Oh, dude, thank you. What a wonderful athletic shirt that says, "Love you, bud. Thank you." I think I love him more when he brings me food and tea. Look at that. I could live down here forever. Okay, so if she says to the people who've just watched these videos, how fast was the car going when the vehicles made contact? They would give you, let's say, like 30 miles an hour or 30 kilometers an hour if you're up in Canada. And if she said, how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other, they would get 60 miles an hour or 60 kilometers an hour. The speed would be different based on, they remembered it differently depending on how they were prompted into answering the question. So that could have a number of different reasons behind it. But then something really weird happened to her. She was contacted by an old, like, family relative. And her mother had died when she was a kid, and her mother had drowned in a swimming pool. So,
Oh God, that's horrible.
yeah, when she was like a really, really young kid, this scientist's mom died that way. So this old relative calls up and they're talking, and in passing, he says, it must have been really tough on you because, you obviously you were the one who found her. And she was like, what? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew that. You were the one who found your mom in the pool. And so she's like, she's thinking, oh my God, like I don't remember that at all. But then she started thinking about it, and things started coming back to her. She started thinking about, she remembers being given oxygen by a fireman. And they were probably giving her the oxygen because she was freaking out because she just found her mom, and maybe she was in shock or something. And then she remembered what the fireman said to her. Then she remembered the dress. She started thinking about what the dress was that her mom had on in the pool, and different like things that she remembered about, like the color of the pool and some of the tiles on the side of the pool and stuff. And she started to remember that she'd found her mom in the pool, right? Here's the problem. The uncle was old and confused and had mixed her up with a different member of his family. So he calls a couple of weeks later and goes like, "I'm so sorry. I misunderstood. You were not the person who found your mother. It was your aunt or whatever it was, some other relative." But she had pieced together a memory that did not exist because she believed that she might have been there. And her memory of it was so fractured and yet specific that she completely and entirely believed it. And she does this for a living. She studies false memories for a living. Like, that's her specialty. Isn't that wild? And yes, it's how innocent people sometimes confess to crimes. It's how criminals think that they didn't do things that they did. The fact of the matter is our memories are entirely influenced by who we are and what we've experienced in our lives, to the point where our physical brain can change depending on what we've what happens to us in our life. And now I'm going to take a giant bite of this toast while you guys discuss anything you want to discuss. All right, going in. That is the sound of honey and freshly made toast from bread that I baked myself. Well, that I mixed myself. Oh my God, it's so good.
How far away from a nuclear blast is safe?
Huh, good question. If we had
6
Google Noodles here,
meters.
we could look it up. What do you think?
6 meters.
It depends what you mean, right? I'm guessing you could survive the blast if you were far enough away, but would you survive the radiation later? What do you think? So Ank is saying that every night when you sleep, you literally cease to exist until you wake up. Is that true, though? I thought your brain was just as active at night as it was during the day.
Seeing, like, this thing where it's like, how far away is safe from a nuclear bomb? And it's like 6 meters.
That's somebody who hasn't tested it, obviously.
I wouldn't want to test it. Huh? How far do I have to live to survive? Oh, this Google said it's 6 meters away. Let me do that.
This is why you
Yes.
really want to get a couple of different numbers. Don't trust the first thing you find on the internet. All right.
Yes, I found a stick with a leg on it.
Invisible Dimensions has had premonitions in dreams, but still alive. 6 meters or 6 miles? 6 miles might do it, would it?
Oh, yeah. There's a thing that I've always wondered about dreaming. I'm pretty sure I heard the word dreaming.
Yep. You did.
Why do reoccurring dreams happen?
Well, because it's just like a thought that's in your mind that your mind has often.
Is it like a false memory? Like, is it like a memory you think I mean, is it, once you've had that thought once, is it possible that it sort of gets, is there like a little loop happening somewhere? Like, could it be like some kind of a brain function thing?
Maybe.
I think there might be a movie of this book or a TV series of this book, and I'm going to try to see if I can find it because I think you guys would find it interesting because the brain is, I'm convinced again that we've got it's all very good and well to work out AR glasses and headphones and all that kind of stuff, but what if we could just start sending the signals, like if you send the right signals to your brain, you could have a truly immersive, oh, yes, please, James, if you could, that'd be great. Could you imagine if you could somehow intercept the signals that get sent back and forth to your brain and had really good sort of granular control over those things, you'd trick your brain into anything, right? You could trick your brain into thinking anything was happening. So I'm saying we've got to get Elon Musk to put those things in the back of my head. It's Ready Player 2. Is Ready Player 2? I haven't read Ready Player 2. Is it good?
Dad?
I don't know. I've never heard about it.
Has anyone else? I haven't.
Dad, ready.
No,
Isn't that a movie?
The sequel Buzz. Buzz. I've got your name wrong too. Oh, there goes my memory. My brain's going. Good night, everybody. Baz raised an interesting question yesterday or the other day on a walk, and he said, "What if?" Remember this, Baz? He's like, "What if we wake up in our dreams? Like, what if?"
I said that.
What if this was the dream, and waking up was going to sleep?
I said that.
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of a neat idea, though. Could you imagine that?
You
Right?
wake up, you're actually you're a lizard.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, maybe.
The concept of selling feet pics to pay off student loans slowly loses its meaning.
What? Wait a second. What? The idea of selling feet. Wait a second. People buy pictures of feet? I can make a fortune. Yeah. I got two feet right
Dad,
here.
You don't know anything about this. What? You didn't know people did that?
What's with feet?
People,
I don't know.
for some reason,
What's with
people
everything?
people will buy pictures of feet.
It's because
Really?
it's a.
I'll sell them pictures of my
Am
feet.
I allowed to say this on?
I don't know, it depends what you're going to say. What are you going to say?
Okay, nah, it's okay.
Has anyone asked anyone to send them pictures of their feet?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, I've been asked, but
You-
no.
You've been asked?
Yes,
Really?
I sound like not who I am.
So like
Also, well,
a random
women know-
on the internet, Baz calls them randoms. I like that. People he doesn't know. A random on the internet asked you to send photos of your feet.
Yeah,
People do that.
Did you?
happens all the time.
How much do they charge?
$70.
He didn't want to pay. He didn't want to pay.
Next time they ask, tell me, and I'll take a photo of my feet and we can send them.
I don't know. If you say like $5, I would do that. It's just feet, you know.
Or take a picture
I
of the
mean,
gecko's
yeah,
feet.
like it's just because they can I guess they could over. I guess it's like a big thing. Like it is like a big worry with people. Feet.
But it's just feet.
Because like in some people's minds, no. But in some people's minds, like feet is as big as like other parts of your body.
Really?
Yes.
Wait a sec. People get as much joy out of seeing people's. Some people get more joy out of seeing people's feet than seeing like breasts or butts or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely. That's why people want it. Yeah.
But why do they want kids' feet? Isn't that sort of like a?
Because why do pedophiles want kids?
Why are there so many pedophiles on the internet?
Just the best
I
person to
don't
be a
think
pedophile, I
they
guess.
do.
Huh.
Yeah.
True.
It's an interesting point. That's just a really good point, Junkie. I guess that's it. So, what do you guys do to protect yourselves against this kind of stuff? How do you How do you deal with stuff like that?
Ignore them.
I've never had it, but I know someone who does, and that they were in the club. So, someone. Well, there's a lot of stories on the Fire Warriors thing, but the leader of it, their whole army went down. It's because they were asking the person to do not nice things on camera.
Apparently that's what they call it, grooming. And apparently the idea is they get you to do things and then once they've got a photo of it, they can use that to embarrass you into doing other things and to keep it secret, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I think they call it grooming because the idea is that they're basically trying to get you to the point where you can't get out of continuing whatever relationship it is. Because I think part of the way, obviously there's something wrong with anybody who has that kind of, has that sort of an interest in children. There's obviously something wrong with their brain, right? In the same way that someone who's like a serial killer or whatever else there is out there. But, rapists and things like that. I guess that the idea there is that there's something wrong with the brain that turns them into a type of predator, I guess, right? But the question I guess I have is, what do you, how do you stop, as a parent, so hearing you guys, hearing Baz talk so casually about the idea of oh yeah, another pedo asked for my feet pictures and stuff today. I get freaked out by that. I'm really glad that Baz shares that with me, but at the same time, because I'd rather know than not know. But the idea that you've sort of got to be prepared to deal with that kind of stuff. You're saying, Wolf Pup, you've not had any issues online other than just people being just jerks sometimes, or is it always, yeah?
But I do know someone who has been I do know someone who has been asked to not show feet pics, to show
Other things
below the waist.
Really? And did they talk to their parents about this, or did they ban them, or how did they deal with it?
I don't know. All I know is the person who did that, the only thing that was told to the public was really he was being a pedophilia, I'm pretty sure it's called. He was doing. It just means
it's generally I don't know if it applies to women, but it's generally, I guess it does. It's generally sort of a man who preys on underage kids, whether those are boys or girls. It depends, I guess, on whatever their specific sort of issues are.
Yeah, someone that preys on underage kids.
Right. And I think, societally, that is an absolutely, like, that's just from an adult standpoint. Adults just go like, in fact, they have to keep them separate in prison because the other inmates will kill them, will murder them because they feel like there are criminals and then there's pedophiles, and pedophiles are the kind of people who just need to be, I'm sort of a little torn on it because I think, like, obviously there's something wrong with your brain if you know what I mean? Like, there's something wrong with your head.
As much as I enjoy talking about pedophilia, I have a thing with my friend.
Oh yeah, no, go.
Thank you so much for that. Though.
Just to wrap it up, I guess what I'm saying is that there's more to this than just a boy girl or a girl or boy, any kind of thing. It's the reality is there's something wrong with the brain there, and you want to be very careful because these people can be quite dangerous because they're obviously not used to obeying the same rules and sort of normal sort of interactions with people that most people experience. So that's why I think parents are particularly concerned about this kind of stuff, right? Certainly myself, I'm very, very nervous about it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks much.
Goodbye. Yes.
What about you, Lord Chunky? You ever had any issues online? Any stuff that you've had to talk to your parents about?
No. No, I never really have.
I remember talking about my parents once, but it wasn't about that. It was really just like I was scared about something online. It's because apparently someone was like targeting people and like getting their IP and all that.
Right. Yes. And like swatting and stuff?
They weren't like attacking them. They were just like sending weird stuff to their house.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be pretty creepy too. I mean, there's always going to be people who do stupid things. I just feel like as long as the line of communications are open between, in my case, me and Baz, I just want to make sure that, you can always go. In fact, it's often better to go to an adult on this. It doesn't even have to be your parents. You can talk to, teachers, whatever. But it's important to go to a grown-up on this stuff because you'll just find that there's some stuff, there's nuance. Like some of these sort of predatorial types are very, very good at tricking people. Very, very slow. They're very patient. Very, so you've got to be very, very careful with this stuff. And I speak from experience. I had some terrible stuff when I was a kid that we had to have the police involved and we had to have parents and all sorts of stuff involved. It was horrible. But again, it was horrible, but it wasn't my fault. What was great was that my parents were able to step in and deal with this stuff before it became a real problem, right? But that's why it's really important to do that because you just don't want to be trying to deal with this stuff on your own because there's so much stuff you hadn't even thought of. Like this stuff I hadn't even considered. That my parents basically sort of saved me from, when I was a kid too. So I'm like super conscious about this kind of stuff. So, and it really is, it's like, especially looking back, I'm just like, I'm so glad that I could talk to in this case, my mom about it. Right. My dad and I weren't talking so much back then, but my mom and I talked. And so she was great at, sorting stuff out. And that was before the internet. Now there's all sorts of other stuff. Right. Yeah. Empathy. Oh yeah. That's the other thing is like empathy, right? That's like the serial killer thing, right? Where like serial killers don't have empathy. Like they just don't understand that it's wrong to kill people type thing. Not all of them, but some of them don't. It's really bizarre. All right. Even criminals have standards, weirdly enough. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. But I guess my point is I think, Lord Chunky, you really hit the nail on the head when you said, like, because it's the best place for them. The internet is a perfect place to not let anybody know who you are, to pretend to be people you aren't or someone you're not. And and a great way to sort of, there's so many different ways in, I guess, to be able to talk to kids that, that maybe aren't as protected as they could be. So, I mean, I'm guessing. I mean, are there rules about that with your? Do your parents have like rules about that stuff or anything? I mean, have you talked about this stuff at all with your parents?
No.
Haven't had to really because they figure you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll move on because this is I'm creeping myself out now. All right. This is there's some cool stuff coming up. Okay. This is
something on a good note.
on a good
Has
note.
anyone watched Vsauce's What is the Most Scariest Thing Ever?
No.
Oh.
We will have to. Let me show you one of the grossest things first, though. So this is what
he goes through everything. He goes through, he starts off with, people that are, can see, can hear, can have, everything fine.
Right.
And then he goes to blind, and then he goes to deaf, and then he's like, so it can't be something that you can, something physically, it must be something in our head.
So you're saying it's got to be the most terrifying thing to the general population? To everybody?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then he checks inside people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
He checks people without amygdalas.
Right. The amygdala, yeah. What's the deal with that? What part of the brain what does that handle?
That's your fear system.
Ooh. Interesting. Speaking of the brain thing again, one of the other things that they talked about in this book was the idea that, have you heard about a solitary confinement? Where if you do something bad in the world, you get sent to jail. If you do something bad in jail, you get sent to the hole, which is basically, it's like in Alcatraz, which is like one of the more sort of infamous old prisons. If you misbehaved in Alcatraz, you got put into this place that was so dark that you couldn't see even your hand in front of your face. And the doors and the walls were so thick you couldn't hear anything either. And they would put people in there for 2 weeks. So you'd be by yourself, unable to see anything or hear anything. And people would go nuts. People would go absolutely crazy. And other people would find that they could manipulate their own reality to such an extent that they would do things like, one of them would be able to create a dot in the air, and then he would expand the dot into a television set, and he'd just watch TV. Isn't that wild? And it's his brain creating something incredibly real, because we have just as many, if not more, signals leaving our brain as we do going into our brain. So our brain is creating a lot of the sensations and reality of this stuff, So I just thought it was kind of interesting. And then other people would just go crazy because they're stuck in a dark room with no sound, with their own thoughts, and that just drove them crazy. All right, let me find this. Copying link address, and then I'm going to let you go very soon because I'm going to have to run. Okay. I'm a going. Where is the thing here? Right. Going to Twitch. Okay. Check this out. I worked corrections. That's not entirely accurate what the hole is. Oh, Jack of all nerds. Sorry, I didn't describe this well. This was actually specifically about Alcatraz. It was the actual prison Alcatraz, and he talked to survivors of Alcatraz who had been put in this place called the Hole. But solitary confinement, I know now, is not nearly as well. You should let me know, but I know it's not. I know it's not a dark, dank hole with no sensory information. All right, I'm going to paste this. Bingo. Okay, so this is, check the link that I've just put in Stream Chat and see what you think of this. This is a slug who's had its head removed. It's so creepy. Gimpy G is siding with me on Clarice. Interesting. You've chosen the wrong side, Gimpy G.
Oh, it's glitching out on my screen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jack of all
What
nerds.
the heck?
Well, no, Jack. What have you got? What is the what have you got in the way of information for us about solitary confinement now? I'm guessing it's a much different thing now, right?
Is that in the video or is that just my PC?
Oh, show the video on the stream, of course. Yeah, I could do that. What am I thinking? Sorry.
I'm gonna quickly share my screen. Is this in the video or is this just my PC going crazy?
Let me see. I gotta pull you up here. Hang on a second. I see Wolf Pup, but I don't. Oh, watch stream. Here you go. It's doing weird things for you? Nope.
So if I play it,
yeah,
like it will like move around for like a few seconds, and then that will
whoa, no, that's weird.
Is that supposed to happen?
No, that's really weird. Can I want to share that because it's kind of neat. Can I drag it in here? Nope, can't do that.
Time to run a vast.
That is really weird. Okay, let me pull it up for us though. Maybe it'll do the same thing for us. Okay,
like
so
everything works normally, but then it just decides, nope, I'm not working anymore.
That is weird. It's like, is it just like is it like buffered and looped or something, or what's going on here?
I don't know what's happening.
If I put the right link in here, let me see. Come on, where are you, sluggy guy?
Like it works for like 5 seconds, and then this.
Maybe too many people are looking at it because I know it was shared on the New York Times as well, I believe. Okay, check this out. Oh, for God's sake, don't go so big. Look at this. So that is a slug head that's being detached from the body, and it is doing a weird little thing.
Like it gets to like a certain part, and then this happens.
So, yeah, that is really odd. You've got a very weird link happen. I want to see if we get to the same point. No, I think we've already gone past your point.
Like I just ran a vast.
That is really weird. It's like it's looping. So the idea here is that this thing is able to move around, not connected to its body. Its body can sit around for like something like a few weeks of sorts, still alive, detached from the head.
I got scared because on Avast I had 4 advanced issues found, but it's just that Avast can get hacked, and then my PC webcam is vulnerable to hacking. It's always off. I have a cover on it.
It's giving you a list of things that you could do to protect yourself.
And then I only have a basic firewall. And then you have to pay for them to fix it for you. But it's working now.
Wait, so you have to pay for them to fix your firewall?
No, my firewall. I have a normal firewall. Okay, now it's working now. It's not going crazy.
Right. So it must have just been a glitch in the signal must have got corrupted somehow or something. Because it was doing some weird stuff. So what it was doing was like windowing. It's like if you were to point a camera at a screen pointing at the camera, it would sort of do that. That's what was happening to Wolf Pup's YouTube video. So just to finish up, so this thing crawls around, its head crawls around by itself, and then it grows a new body. But the old body doesn't die right away. It still continues to sort of wiggle around a bit for like weeks. But I just thought, like, if we could figure that out, you could solve a lot of problems, right? You could grow new limbs. Wow, could you grow extra limbs, do you think? You could, in fact, if you lost a limb, it would just grow back. I think this is definitely, I remember this from Spider-Man. Isn't this how like the lizard was created? I think the lizard was involved. I think the lizard guy was trying to grow an arm back, and he grew an arm back, but he also grew an alligator, or into a giant alligator.
He grew an alligator. Interesting.
Basically, yeah.
He planted an alligator on the ground.
He basically
Well, I'm going to go now.
Oh, yeah, you go, buddy. In fact, I should probably go too, actually, now that I mentioned that. What is it, after 6? Oh, my God. Okay, yes.
After 6.
All right, get out of here. Lord Chunky, thanks much, man. It was fun.
Very much. Bye.
And I should probably say the same thing to Wolf Pup as well. I should say fair to you. Good luck. Are you going to do any more Terraria now?
I'm actually playing Minecraft now.
Okay, you're on Minecraft now, right? Okay.
My friends kicked me from the co-op. I haven't talked to them since because they all blocked me.
What? Why did they block you?
I don't know. They just
What did
they
you
kicked
do?
me from. I did nothing.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Just decided. No more.
Is that like online bullying?
Like now I have to restart everything. I had more than 1 million coins. Now I have 61.
Because they booted you out of whatever the world was that they had going.
Yeah, in Hypixel Skyblock, there's such thing as co-ops, and they just decided we don't need the person who has done the most for us anymore.
Damn it! They're just gonna steal all your coins.
They kicked me. They got all my coins. They got all my stuff. So
Do you
now
think
I
that's
have
why
to
they
restart.
do it? Do you think they recruit lots of people that way? The same thing, just to get all their coins? Do you think it's a scam to get you to work for them?
I know them in real life. I haven't talked to them in real life since. It's because of the pandemic.
Oh, I see. Oh, so there's a human face to these people.
Yeah.
What? Well, that sucks. You should join. You should get on. Baz has got a realm going. Are you on Baz's realm?
Yeah. I'm talking about Hypixel Skyblock. If you look at my thing, this is
Hypixel. I know Hypixel. I know them well. I have a T-shirt. They gave me one of their T-shirts.
Oh.
They're good. I really like Hypixel. I gotta say.
Where's my
Discord so I can see what you're doing? There we go.
So now I have nothing. I have only basic stuff. I lost all my.
Dude, that sucks.
I lost all my super rare stuff.
But you're not going to go back and start building up in their same world, are you?
No, because they have everything. I have to restart everything. They cannot come to this island. I have blocked them on this. It's because I don't want them to trick me to let them back in and then erase all this.
Could you go back in as someone else, like pretend to be someone else? Say, hi, I love your. Can I join your? And then see if you can get back your stuff.
No, because they have to. They would only allow me in if they if I'd be like, yes, I am Technoblade.
Huh.
But
what Technoblade's the famous guy, right?
Yes.
What if you go back and say, hey guys, can I come back? And then come back as a nobody to start and then start to steal everything back. Or I guess you could build a really cool world that they would want you to be a part of. That they would want to be a part of. That's true.
That's what I want to do, because if you look at my screen share, I'm working on this.
Right. That's actually, okay, so that's actually smart. So you do, let me see if can I pop this out? Can I pop out this screen?
Because someone realized that I had nothing, and then in the game they asked, what happened? Are you just starting up? And so I said, no, my friends kicked me from the co-op. Right. And then they gave me 50K, I think it is.
That's cool. Oh, they give you 50K just to get you started on a new game.
Yeah.
So, and what are you going to do with this world?
Well, right now I'm just trying to make a little farm.
Right. Do you do redstone stuff? Do you like the automated farms and stuff like that?
No.
Because Bass had some pretty great automation stuff going. That was bringing in some serious coin. You can do redstone programming and stuff on that, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. I shall have to look into this. How can you win back all those credits? I could talk to the Hypixel people, but then that would be, I don't know, if they probably got other things to do than to weigh in on this kind of stuff, I suppose. I'm Baz and I are what are they called? YouTube rank on that thing. Because we met them when they first started out at Minecon.
Oh.
In England. Well, they hadn't just started out, but they were handing out I think I have one of their promo things somewhere. Where did I put it? Yeah, they gave us promo cards, and they said that anybody at Minecon could go and get would get like a free upgrade to like YouTube or something, and we've been subscribed for a while. I love them. They're the guys who are building Hytale, right? The new game.
I think so.
Yeah, same people, and I guess they learned all their programming skills from doing Hypixel. Wouldn't you love to own something like Hypixel? Wouldn't you love to run something like Hypixel? You'd be the god of Hypixel.
I would, because like something that I've always found cool, a lot of people are probably not going to think it's cool, is like I think managing like a big thing would be cool. Like, and but
A
the
lot
thing
of people
is,
like
like,
that stuff.
if it gets hacked, that's the one thing that I would be scared about.
But then you have to have backups. Have you run a server before?
I've seen my dad.
You should run a server. Run your own Minecraft server. It's like, I mean, as long as you do backups, you can always go back and redo them. There's a lot of like online services. There was the one that we liked. Baz, I have to ask Baz. You know what? I'll look into it and I'll get back to you, because there's one that maybe we should set up a TechBandits one. You could run that for us. If you like managing big sites, we could have like a TechBandits Minecraft server.
All right. I'm pretty sure there is already one.
There was one. DStat set us up one, but I wanted to set one up that was, no offense to DStat, but that was just private to the kids. That there were no adults involved. I mean, other than me, it was more just of a sort of safety thing. But because there might have been kids that were younger and stuff like that. But and I just thought that one that was completely independent of anything, of any of the fan base or any of that kind of stuff, that was just for us, would be kind of fun to have. But then we never used it, so I got rid of it. But if you wanted to manage it for me, you'd be welcome to do that. It'd be fun to install like mini games and stuff.
I think that would be fun. It's because during our class we have like a coding thing, and sometimes they just say like, just do anything with code.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, one of the things that I put on ours, one of the mods that I put on ours was the CompuCraft, where you can program little turtle bots to do things for you. So you could program a turtle bot to just go digging and find all of the gold. And you come back like a day later and it's completely maxed out a bunch of chests and stuff for you. It's really cool, but you have to program them. But it's pretty neat. Look up CompuCraft for Minecraft. It's really, really fun. I'll talk to Baz about it. Maybe there's a way to... We had a really great setup, but Baz, I guess because some of his friends weren't on Java, they were on the Bedrock edition. So they were using... so he wanted to use the Realms one instead. Personally, I preferred the Java stuff because you can do more with it.
I used to code Bedrock with something called Code Ninjas.
Oh yeah. Mr. Clean Tracy, you have a good one. Thank you for joining us. Turtlebots. Oh, I know they're the best.
This might be giving motion sickness. It's giving me a bit because I'm turning my mouse a lot.
Sorry, I'm just looking here. Jack of all nerds, who actually works in or used to work in corrections, says that solitary, where I worked, was for inmates who posed a certain level of security risk, like inmates who fight anybody for the sake of fighting, or former law enforcement. Really? Disciplinary segregation is for someone who breaks certain rules, like jamming locks or fighting, etc. But they're not alone in the cell. Other inmates would be in there. All those inmates get the option to have an hour out of their cell each day also. Yeah, so it's definitely different than Alcatraz. That's for sure. What are you trying to do?
Me?
No, sorry, Medusa Candy. I'm just wondering what Medusa Candy's trying to do. Aren't I the one sending the link to you? What's this?
I don't like when there's people here just like one-shotting pigs.
See, you do need to control it. You've got to be like the god of your own Minecraft server. The only problem is like you'd have to market it. You'd have to make sure that you'd have to like make sure that it was running properly. If there were problems, you're going to get emails, people saying like, "Hey, what's going on?"
It's like if I was like the people of Hypixel, I would want to make it so.
Oh, see, Gimpy G. Sorry, I'm
you
just
know
saying
how
about it.
everybody has like an island? I think it would be cool if, because when you log off of Hypixel, they just say, oh, so this minion would have gotten this much.
Right.
It would have gotten this much when they are away, and it calculates that. But I think it would be cool if, like, when you leave your island until you go back to your island, it just kills. And then, like, it just, like, poofs away, like, when you log off. I think it would be cool if they made it for, like, you could, if you had, like, maybe, like, VIP or something, you can make it so these become your private island.
That is cool. Well, keep an eye out. You know, the other thing is they always post job listings, right? They're often looking for people to help do stuff on their servers. So that's another way in as well, right? I mean, you could look up.
Chicken.
The advantage of that is you could find out, if you can find out what they use and what skills you need to help them on their server, you could have a job at Hypixel or other servers, or you set up your own server and just run your own if you like the whole process. I mean, if you're running a whole server, you're also having to deal with, like, how do you get people to pay, and what do you do if people don't pay, and what do you do if someone gets, like, crazy, you know, can I post a slug link, please? What is it? To a beautiful deadly slug. Oh, let's do that. I don't think you could. It's true. I'm not sure you can have enough. I don't know if you can have enough slug links, especially if they're deadly. Okay, I've got to go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I touch wood. I really hope we've got this audio thing sorted out right now. It's still not perfect for me because I've got one microphone that I use for the computer, which is the old one, the USB one, and I've got a different one that I use for the audio for this. But I think it means I can maintain the same kind of stuff. Yes, Gimpy G, you have a good one. You have a very good one. We'll talk tomorrow, buddy. And Gilad says hello from Germany. Hello from Germany. Hello back to you. Ty for stream. See you at the Burn and Learn tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Don't remind me. I have to exercise tomorrow as well. God, darn it. All right.
Burn and Learn every day.
I try to burn and learn every day, but I take a day off every so often. Like this weekend, I took 2 days off because I was so tired and my tummy was bugging me, and I was like, I can't be bothered to do this. And then Monday, Jane made me do yoga, and I hated it. So I did a little bit of exercise. And then today I did the elliptical, and it was fun because I got to read all this stuff. Look at that New York Times article. I'm telling you.
I just want to say something that I was dumb and did. I put a null block up for 500,000 coins.
What? A no block?
A null.
A null block. What does a null block do?
It's nothing. It's basically.
I haven't. Oh my God! I have not played Minecraft in so long. I'm probably like
if you place it, it looks like it's just a slab.
Right.
But in your inventory, it's just null. It's nothing.
Huh.
And I got this, so I decided to sell it on the auction house. But if I check, if I go null, like people are selling it for like that much money.
Holy moly!
Nobody's buying them unless they're
you can ask for whatever you want. It's what people are willing to pay for it, right? So what are people actually paying for it?
What the heck? People are. But, like, they're more expensive if they say not at full durability.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have a regular null, which people are selling for, like, that much, and people buy them. And then I sell one for, like, 500,000, and people just, like, that's too expensive.
Really? So yes. They didn't sell it?
Like, if I get an item frame and put this on, then, like, if I become one of those people who be like, hey guys, there's cool stuff at my island, /island me. I am. But you can really only do that if you're like a YouTuber, because then you have more people allowed on your island.
Mm-hmm. Wait a sec, YouTuber status allows you on more people on the island.
Yeah, so like if I'm a YouTuber and then people can do like /join Wolf Pup.
Right.
And then they would join my island. and
Right.
because I'm a YouTuber, 15 people would be allowed on,
Huh.
rather than the normal
What if
one.
a YouTuber joins your island? Does that do anything? Nothing.
I'm pretty sure if a YouTuber joins your island, then like if you're in a co-op with them, then yeah, they can. Skeletons. Then they can always. Then it goes up to the 15.
Huh. So you can co-op with a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's happening there? Those are kind of neat. What are they? They're like ghostly creepers.
Just one of these guys have their items that like make this, and they protect them around them.
Huh. Man, there's some cool stuff in there. I got to spend some more time on Hypixel. Who has time for these things? Okay, I got to go. Wolf up. Have a good one. Everybody else, I will say be safe, be kind, be brilliant, and until we geek again, I will say cheerio and huzzah! Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, I guess, for another stupid burn and learn. Well, I got to do a burn and learn. I got to do exercise tomorrow. And we were going to do Magicians tomorrow.
When is the next D&D game?
I don't know. I haven't organized it yet. I don't know. Sunday? Maybe Sunday? Does Sunday sound good? I have to work on Monday.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure what time.
James Gurney is in the chat, so...
James, what do you think? Should we be aiming for Sunday? Or like... What have I got? Friday, I think I'll have to do some testing and stuff. I don't know what my deal is then, but Sunday might be okay. All right, I'll bug James offline so he doesn't feel pressured into it. Although it's kind of fun to pressure him into stuff. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I could do Sunday email you. I shall indeed, James Gurney. I don't, you're welcome to say no. Yeah, just so you know. I mean, obviously you know that, but when I ask you online, I feel like I'm maybe just pressuring you ever so slightly. All right. But I will follow up on that because, as I say, I'm not exactly sure. I'm filming on Monday, and I don't know if it's a really early morning, then I may not do it because their mornings are really freaking early on this thing. It's like 4 a.m. pickups, that kind of stuff. So if it's a 4 a.m. pickup, forget about it. I'm going to bed at like 4 p.m.
Oh, yeah. And there's cool items like the Prisma Pump is basically you put it down and by a water source, and then it will shoot the water. Like, it will make the water go from a normal speed to just like zoomy speed.
You should record a tutorial of what you're doing of this part of Hypixel, and then we can post it. I can post it on my YouTube channel. Oh no, you're not allowed on, are you?
Think?
Damn.
No, isn't it like if you do?
Well, no, I just think is it your parents?
Adult? If adult hosts it, like if I send it to you and then you post it, then yeah, that's fine. It will.
If you want to look, if you want to start doing some of that stuff, as long as your folks are okay with it, then you're welcome to post on my channel. I'll just like create a separate section and we can put stuff up there if you want to, and then I guess as long as we keep you sort of slightly, as long as there's like an air gap between you and the general population, because of course like 99.9% of everybody who's here is fantastic, but from a kid standpoint, you just have to be, kids, parents, we get all paranoid, right? Especially after we just had big long discussions about crazy people online asking for photos of feet. But
no, my parents are like, they're fine. Like they would let me stream now.
Right.
But because of things I can't remember, because Twitch doesn't allow people, and neither does
So you'd have to lie about your age. If you lie about your age, they can boot you off for that.
Yeah, so like I don't want to lie about my age. It's because then later I might be like a good streamer and have like a really good community, and then they're just gonna decide no.
Have you registered a name though?
No.
I just wonder if maybe you should register a name now before it gets taken. Or
I've actually done a lot of thought about like when I stream, what would I want my name to be?
Cool. So you've got like a marketing plan and everything? Would you stream? So if you were going to play, like if you played Minecraft, let's say, would you play Minecraft on your own server? Because then it would be like a marketing, like it'd be like an ad for your own server, so people would want to come and join you?
Yeah, I would if I had one. But like right now, I would do like Hypixel. Like I know not a lot of people would be like, ooh, interesting, Hypixel Skyblock. It's because this game has a lot of grindy stuff. It's because if I go over to here.
But even if you just explain the grind to people, God, my hearing aids are so itchy. They're driving me crazy. All right, look, Wolf Pup, sorry. This is neat, but I need to run. But if you want to, put something together. I mean, you have access to the TechBandits Adobe Premiere if you want to download that too, right?
Oh.
If you want to. I can give
you
you
don't really know what Adobe Premiere is. Isn't
it's
that
it's editing software.
Editing?
Editing software. Yeah, there's editing software. There's also we've also got After Effects, so you can do like visual effects and titles and all that kind of stuff too if you want to. I mean, you're probably going to want to look at a few tutorials for that, but if you want to start like easy, then you could just use
I have Photoshop on my computer, I think.
Oh, there you go. So Photoshop's good for like still stuff, but basically Premiere is kind of like Photoshop for video. Does that make sense? So it allows you to cut together different pieces of video, and you can put in transitions and stuff. If you learn how to use it, it's a great skill to have from an editing standpoint.
I'm used to being able to one-shot these guys, so like hitting them, like having to click lots of time to kill just a zombie, it feels so weird.
Oh, right, because you had like superpowered weapons before you got booted.
Yeah, like I had the aspect of the end.
Oh, DaVinci Resolve. That's another one that's really good too. I haven't actually tried it, but I hear a lot of good things about it, and it's totally free. So you could try looking at that too. All right, look, I should leave you to it. Wolf Pup, it's a pleasure as always. We'll talk soon. Everybody else, get out of here. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, cheerio. Until we geek again, I shall I'm sure be tweeting or whatever, texting or YouTubing or burn and learning or right now making dinner. All right, everyone. How do I turn this off again? I forgot. Oh, right. It hasn't changed that much. All right.
Stream.
Later, folks. Bye. Thank you very much.